This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From TD Garden in Boston, it's Boston Bruins hockey, and tonight the Bruins try to snap a 4-game losing streak as they welcome in Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and the Edmonton Oilers for their only visit to Boston this season. Welcoming into the broadcast booth alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. This is the first time this season that the Bruins have lost 4 in a row. On Sunday, they rallied from 2 goals down in the third period to force overtime, but lost to the Islanders 5-4. In the first 2 of those 4 losses, it was the offense held to just 1 goal in each game. The last 2, some defensive issues have cropped up. They allowed 6 goals to Toronto Saturday, and then Joe Sacco saw his team give up 5 goals to the Islanders.
Well, I mean, they had some good looks, especially in that second period. I think, you know, they had their opportunities. We didn't defend as well with our feet tonight. I thought our structure was okay. I thought the structure was fine, the portion of it, but we didn't defend with our feet enough, and I think that's a sign maybe of a little bit of fatigue, not to make an excuse, but we need to defend more with our legs tonight and get to people quicker.
Yeah, I think, you know, coming off that kind of the road trip that they had, the amount of games in a short amount of time, you know, coming to have to play a team that was sitting here and waiting for you, I think they were all factors, and I like, you know, what Joe Sacco says, we're not using it as an excuse. But it is a fact, and sometimes you're going to have trouble with the schedule. So I do give them credit for battling back in that third period and hanging in there. The first half of that game wasn't very much, right? There wasn't a whole lot going on. And Bruins, we kept saying that they need to find their legs, and that's kind of a product of why maybe they didn't defend as well as they wanted to. They weren't able to move their feet to get in a position to defend, and that's been something that they've been much better at under Joe Sacco for the most part. Now you have an opportunity again here today, but it's going to be a huge challenge against this Edmonton team.
Well, the good news coming out of those last 2 games is the offense has come to life. In particular, David Pastrnak. He's got 2 straight 2-goal performances, and Sacco said he thought Pasta was even better on Sunday than he had been on Saturday.
What I've seen lately is, like, we just played back-to-back games, you know, in Toronto, then we came home, we have New York, obviously. The second night, he still had, his legs were really going the second night. I thought both nights they were, but even more so the second game of the back-to-back where he logged heavy minutes. I think he played over 20 minutes each night. And so when David's skating, obviously that's the key. And then, you know, his commitment away from the puck was really good Sunday night. He did a really good job. And he ended up getting the puck 3 or 4 times just from being in the right spots, which led to more offense for him and his line. So, you know, and then like any goal scorer, we said this before, once you start scoring, you feel good about yourself, and you gain that confidence, and that's what he is. He's a goal scorer.
Yeah, I mean, look, Pastrnak is known for being a goal scorer, also a playmaker. He's really incorporated that into his game a lot more here over the past couple of seasons. But he also, when he's dialed in, he does a lot of good things for you. And, you know, we got a little hard on Pastrnak early in the season, not just him, but other players on this team, about turning the puck over in the wrong areas. You remember when he got sat, he got benched for the entire third period? You know, and there was a turnover there, and there were a couple other things that had happened. When was the last time we say Pasternak's really reckless with the puck here today? He hasn't been.
Right.
He's made good, smart plays. He's been involved that way. He's used his head. He's used his feet. And he's been able to create and not sacrifice offense. I know he was struggling to find the back of the net on a few occasions, but how many breakaways has he had this year? You know, they're going to start to come for him at some point. And when they do, they usually come in bunches. And you hope that the 4 goals in the last 2 games is a good starting spot for them.
Yeah, even if the goals haven't been to where you would expect from him, he's still a point-a-game player. He's been, as you said, the playmaking ability has been certainly there for him this year. Meanwhile, the Bruins tonight, obviously a tough task ahead of them as they try to snap this 4-game losing streak with the Oilers in town. And Charlie McAvoy knows the defense is going to have to be on their toes.
Obviously, they have a little bit extra world-class skill. That's no secret. So maybe some decision-making related to gaps. Obviously, they have one guy with the fastest guy in the league. So you got to keep yourself between him and the net. So, yeah, maybe that facilitates a little, like, what do you want to do, how safe you want to play. I don't know. If anything, these games are just fun. You get to size yourself up against, two of the world's best players and, some other guys in there that are awesome hockey players, too. So I'm excited about the challenge.
Yeah, well, those guys got the job done, and last time these two teams met in Edmonton, right, Draisaitl had 3 points. They did a pretty good job on McDavid through most of that game, not allowing him to get behind the defense. Tying goal late, he was able to come in hard from that right side, get to the front of the net, and eventually gets a nice bounce as it past Raymond. So they did a pretty good job in that game, a very good job for a lot of it, but a pretty good job, especially on a guy like McDavid who can absolutely fly. You've got to make him come to 200 feet. You've got to make him you got to make him go through your layers through the neutral zone. That game turned in the second period when they put Hyman on a line with Draisaitl and McDavid, because they didn't start the game together. And they put that line together in the second period. That turned everything around, and that's the line that finally broke through.
Well, as we get you ready for the Bruins and the Oilers coming up here on our Bruins pregame show, we will go around the NHL, including the Lightning looking for their first win in 2025.
Obviously not the way we want to start the new year, but obviously we'll go over some video here and things that we could do better and be better at, and ready to go for the next one.
We'll preview tonight's matchup with Joe Sacco.
This team grabs your attention right away, just because obviously of the players that they have on that group. So our guys should be dialed in and focused and understand how we have to play tonight to have success.
And up next, we take a closer look at the Edmonton Oilers.
To the point to Kulak. He'll get it towards the net. Scores! What a play is right. Connor Brown to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. And Nugent-Hopkins makes it 3-0 Edmonton.
That's all coming up here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Did you know GoodRx can help you save on medication, manage prescriptions, and get trusted health information? If you're one of the millions living with a heart condition, check GoodRx for an easier, more affordable way to manage your health. GoodRx offers common heart medications for under $30. Just search for your prescription, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the GoodRx coupon. And it works whether you have insurance or not. To start saving and better manage your heart health, download the free app or visit GoodRx.com today. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Dr. Larson was in a car accident.
Tonight,
she can't remember the last 8 years.
The premiere of Fox's next big medical drama, Doc.
Babe, what's wrong?
We got divorced.
What?
Her past is a mystery.
I need to know what happened. A lot happened, Mom.
But her purpose is clear.
I don't know what I did or who I am now, but I will be a doctor again.
Inspired by a life-changing true story, Doc. Series premiere tonight on Fox.
A lot of insurance companies offer compare and save tools. Are they accurate? Do they really understand my needs? Who knows? Wah, wah. Even worse, who knows what they do with the information you provide? That's why Safety Insurance is committed to working with independent agents. They'll listen, ask smart questions, and make sure you have coverage that truly protects you, even from cybercriminals.
10-5 going twice. So
ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger, up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 985thesportshub.com.
And the Oilers will win it 4-2 over the Seattle Kraken. Oilers have won 3 in a row, and that's their 24th win of the year.
Back here at TD Garden, Bruins and the Edmonton Oilers coming up. The Oilers came from behind to beat the Bruins in overtime in Edmonton a few weeks ago. That win, part of a stretch where they've gone 14-3-1 over their last 18 games. And well, Connor McDavid, of course, gets a lot of the headlines as Leon Draisaitl is leading the league with 29 goals in 39 games for Chris Knobloch's Oilers.
Whether it's the power play or face-offs or scoring goals, you know, he's been at another level and really started, you know, you go back to probably that Columbus game or shortly after that when David was hurt and he stepped up with McDavid's absence, and he really hasn't looked back, and he's put together a nice string of games.
Yeah, he's a unique player, right? I mean, he's a big left shot centerman, but can shift to the wing if he needs to, right? Especially if he's going to go on the line with McDavid, and he can drift anywhere on that power play on the right side, and they'll move him all over the place, but he's really lethal, you know, at the base of that right wing circle. And when they can find him, they get that power play moving and then zip it down to him. That's a long way for the goaltender to go sometimes. And he's got the knack to find the back of the net. But he uses a very, we talked about this in Edmonton, it's a very unique stick blade. It's a paddle. It's you know, it's a, I mean, we can see it from up here what it looks like. It's an interesting stick blade, but he is so effective with it. And, you know, when they have to load up, which they did against the Bruins up in Edmonton, I don't think Knobloch liked what he was seeing from his team and knew that he had to do something. Then he stuck with it, and eventually they came out with the win by scoring late.
Draisaitl not only leading the league in goals, he's second in the league with 59 points on the season, and he's riding a 14-game point streak coming into this one tonight. When you talk about the Oilers, naturally you talk about their offense first, but Coach Chris Knobloch says his team is winning because they're taking care of other aspects of the game too.
Well, I think a lot of it's kind of a reason why we weren't winning games early in the season. Special teams wasn't where it needed to be. Right now, our penalty kill's been doing really well, and so is our power play. Been scoring, moving up in the standings there. And then the other one lately has been how good our goaltending has been. Both of them have been really solid, and nights where maybe we didn't deserve to win, they've been the difference, and they've been able to push us over the top and get us the victory.
Yeah, and they've come under some scrutiny, especially Stuart Skinner, you know, in the past. But they got to the Stanley Cup Finals last year. He really put it together, and he had some off nights, no question. But you know, he was really good for them in that run. You can't just do it with your superstars alone. It's got to be a complete team effort. They're not going to be out there for 60 minutes. So there's a lot of other aspects of your game that you have to be dialed in. And lately, especially, as Knobloch just said, their special teams have been very good for them. And it's an area that the Bruins would dearly love to improve on as we pass the halfway point of the season.
Yeah, the bad news for the Bruins' struggling power play unit is Edmonton's killed off 15 of the 16 over the course of the last 8 games. Stuart Skinner, by the way, you mentioned, he's 4-0-1 in his last 5 starts with a goals against of under 2 in that span. Well, as we get you ready for the Bruins and the Oilers here at TD Garden, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next with Joe Murray, and then we'll go around the NHL here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Dr. Larson was in a car accident.
Tonight,
She can't remember the last 8 years.
the premiere of Fox's next big medical drama, Doc.
Babe, what's wrong?
We got divorced.
What?
Her past is a mystery,
I need to know what happened. A lot happened, Mom.
but her purpose is clear.
I don't know what I did or who I am now, but I will be a doctor again.
Inspired by a life-changing true story, Doc. Series premiere tonight on Fox.
This season, beat the holiday rush and shop Astound.com for bigger deals, bigger savings, and bigger internet. For a limited time, get Astound Internet for only $20 a month for 2 years. Plus, add 5G unlimited Astound Mobile free for 12 months. Our award-winning fiber-powered internet can handle it all. Faster streaming, better gaming, and secure online shopping. Lock in bigger savings than ever before at Astound.com. Restrictions apply. See Astound.com for details.
Get ready for the Kaboom X Snowmobile Freestyle Show and Sunday Fun Day Racing, presented by Pacifico at Tenny Mountain.
Big Air evening shows on Friday, January 10th and Saturday, January 11th.
And new this year, Sunday Fun Day. Kids and vintage snowmobile racing all day, Sunday, January 12th, beginning at 9 a.m.
Tickets are only $25, and kids 12 and under get in for free. Go to skitenny.com to buy your tickets and register to race.
The Kaboom X Freestyle Snowmobile and Sunday Fun Day Racing, Tenny Mountain, presented by Pacifico.
It's a bigger issue than you think. When studied, nearly 40% of men were found to have a testosterone deficiency. Levels begin to decline at age 30, and symptoms can be as vague as a lack of motivation. But testosterone replacement can help regain that lost edge. There are plenty of clinics providing such services that are good enough. But what if you're someone that's never been satisfied with good enough? My name is Bridget, and I'm one of those people. I founded Wellesley Testosterone on the idea that we can do better. All of our plans are individualized, and we measure progress with objective means. If you strive for greatness, so do we. Book a consult today at WellesleyTestosterone.com.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
The Patriots will interview Mike Vrabel on Thursday for their head coaching role. The team finished interviews today with Pep Johnson and Byron Leftwich. And the Celtics finish off their road trip tonight in Denver. Nikola Jokic listed as questionable. Derek White, Jordan Walsh, they are out. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next draft or oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change. Now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray. Ryan and Bob, they'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device sequence assured and simulated activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 60 months on new 2024 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 16 months financing at $1,667 per month per 1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to PeerlessBoilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
The Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Bruins and Oilers coming up from TD Garden as we look around the NHL. We'll start with the Hurricanes visiting Tampa Bay, where Anthony Cirelli and the Lightning are on a 4-game losing streak.
We believe in a group in here that we're a really good team, so we just got to kind of come out, from the first puck drop, be ready to go from the start, and get back to playing the game that makes us successful. Obviously not the way we want to start the new year, but obviously we'll go over some video here and things that we could do better and be better at, and ready to go for the next one.
Yeah, the Tampa Bay Lightning had it. I think they surprised a lot of people. They still have the high-end, talent, but they've lost players here along the way. But they've done a nice job so far this season. It's been interesting. You lose a few games, and every team has done it. Their opponents like Carolina went through a bad stretch as well, where they maybe not lost 4 in a row, but they had lost some games, 500 for a little while during the season. So, 2 powerhouses, I think, here in the East, but also not prone to having some losing streaks as well.
We'll see Tampa Bay on Thursday night.
Twice in the next week.
Yeah, Bruins are headed down there on the flight tomorrow. Senators visit the Red Wings. Travis Green, Senators trying to slow down the Wings. They've won 4 in a row.
First of all, we got to get to our game. For me, I didn't like our last game in St. Louis. I thought our pace was down, our energy was down, the tempo in our game. I didn't think we played connected. We've got to get that back first and foremost.
Ottawa made a pretty good run there for a little while. Now it's kind of, okay, can you keep going on that run, or do you fall back again? And you just look at the standings. There's teams that you didn't expect to be there that are right there. There's not a big gap in points between some of these teams here in the East. The middle of the pack is really almost the last 10 teams in the division, I would say, 10 or 11 teams in the division. So a lot of teams in that middle. It can still go either way.
Rangers trying to turn their season around still. They've won 2 out of their last 3 as they host the Dallas Stars tonight. The Columbus Blue Jackets will visit Pittsburgh. Ivan Provorov and the Blue Jackets back to 500, just a point out of a potential playoff spot.
I think starting from camp, we kind of hit the ground running. We found our identity. We know that we have to work hard, and everything else will come after it. And I think we've showed that so far this season, and I think we've been improving as a team.
That's our look around the NHL. Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco will join us next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Life can be difficult, especially for those struggling with addiction. If you or someone you know needs help, contact New England Recovery Center today. At New England Recovery Center, you'll find compassionate staff providing inpatient detox, clinical stabilization services, and individualized treatment. All major insurance plans accepted. Visit newenglandrecoverycenter.org or call 877-MY-REHAB for more information. The road to recovery starts at New England Recovery Center.
Can you name every song from 80s pop hits to 90s hip-hop? Whatever your favorite music era, show off your music knowledge with Alexa's Ultimate Song Quiz. We'll play a short clip and you guess the song and artist. Just say, Alexa, play Song Quiz to start. Play solo or challenge family and friends with music from any genre or decade. Try it now. Say, Alexa, play Song Quiz.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Sewer and Drain Clinic is happy to announce their newest location in Norwood. Now even faster service for your clogged drain emergency. John Sewer, the name to know when the drains don't flow. Visit johnsewer.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, football fans of Foxborough, are you ready to tackle cyber threats? IntraSystems, New England's leader in cybersecurity solutions, presents the ultimate defensive front against malware, phishing, and cyber blitzes with Barracuda's XDR solution. Barracuda's XDR solution is relentless, fast, and always keeping threats in check. Contact IntraSystems today to protect your business with the champions of cybersecurity. Remember, a good defense wins championships and keeps your data safe. Access Security Trust. IntraSystems.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms. You guys coming off the overtime loss the other night, were able to come back and get that game tied and get a point out of it. So I'm sure there's a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a moral victory, but something to that.
No, I think that's accurate, especially the way the first period and period and a half went, the second period. Certainly to us to be able to find a way to dig in and grind out a point in that game. It's a big point. Every point matters. It was a little bit reminded me of the Buffalo game where we had a couple weeks ago. We came back off after a road trip, and it just seemed like the beginning of the game we weren't really, it didn't grab our attention enough, and it should have. But we found a way in the third of that game as well. We won that game, but it was an important point.
I know there were a couple of empty netters in Toronto that kind of runs up the score a little bit, but you guys have given up more goals than you're accustomed to here in the last couple of games. What's going on with the team defensively?
We have to do a better job. I mean, all around. I think whether it's not so much even team defensively, it's our play away from the puck with the puck sometimes too. Not managing the puck properly, getting beat in certain situations that we normally wouldn't get beat. I said this the other night after the game. I thought that our structure was okay. Our D-zone structure was okay. We always talk about our D-zone, but you have to check with your feet. You have to check with your legs. And we didn't do a good enough job against New York checking with our legs. So something that we're going to have to be committed to tonight.
There's been some struggles on the power play, obviously. You guys give up a shorthanded goal the other night, but you also haven't had a whole lot of opportunities on the power play lately. Is there something the team could be doing to maybe generate some more chances in that regard?
We need to hang on to pucks more in the offensive zone. We're not doing a good enough job. We have too many turnovers in the O zone, which doesn't allow us to generate more zone time. If you're one and done, then you start chasing the game back in your own zone. We have to be better managing the puck in the offensive zone, cut down our turnover rate, hang on to pucks, and get to the inside. That's where you draw penalties.
David Pastrnak, 4 goals in the last couple of games. Great to see him get going here. What have you seen from his game, particularly in the last 2?
He's skating. I think that's the biggest difference. He gets chances before the last couple of games too. They just went in 2 for him, but and he's been making a lot of plays. He's been the playmaker a lot this year as well. But I said this, like, I thought last game against the Islanders, he was flying. I mean, he had his legs. It was on a back-to-back where he played good minutes the night before too, and he just seemed to have jump in his game, confidence in himself, and just like goal scorers, they score. They feel better about themselves.
Justin Brazeau scores his 10th of the year the other night, and it was kind of in a big spot. Seemed to give you guys a lift. You've moved him around the lineup a little bit. Why is he able to contribute? Seems like no matter where you put him.
He plays the same game every night. He's consistent. You know what you get from Braz. He knows how he has to play to be successful in this league. He uses his size well. He protects the puck well below the top of the circles, and he gets to the net front. He plays to his strength, and he's been reliable defensively, too, in his own zone. He does a good job of understanding where to keep pucks in our D zone on the outside. He does a good job of protecting the slot, things that we always ask of our guys. So he's been responsible defensively, and he just knows how to play his game, and he sticks with it.
All right, speaking of being responsible defensively, you guys have another tough matchup here coming in with the Oilers. What do you need to do against this team, particularly defensively?
Well, we need to be committed to checking. I think that's the biggest thing, and hopefully we have the puck. We played arguably one of our better games against them in Edmonton a couple weeks ago. The last 4 minutes, they ended up pushing hard and they ended up tying the game. But I thought that I just think that for us, it's the commitment to checking. It's making sure that we're working from the middle of the ice out. We have to keep them to the outside. If they get inside ice on you, they become very dangerous, especially through the neutral zone. So neutralizing their speed through the middle of the ice is going to be very important, and keeping them to the outside in our zone.
You mentioned that game a couple of weeks ago in Edmonton. How much of that, do you study coming into a game like this as to what worked and what didn't?
Quite a bit. Because we really liked our game. We did everything that was part of the game plan. The guys went out and executed it very well. And I think that I think there's a lot from that game that we can carry over into tonight. This team grabs your attention right away, just because obviously of the players that they have on that group. So our guys should be dialed in and focused and understand how we have to play tonight to have success.
All right. Appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
Okay. Thanks.
That's Joe Sacco. Bruins and the Oilers are coming up next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, this is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 The Sports Hub, an Easley Media Group station.
Across the line they come. Drop pass. Marchand straight on shot. And Sorokin kicked it away. And now a breakaway off the rebound. Horvat going right in on Korpisalo. And he scores. Despite dropping their fourth straight game on Sunday, the Bruins were able to come from behind and steal a point against the Islanders. Interim head coach Joe Sacco liked the fight his team showed.
No, I look at it half full, I think, considering the circumstances tonight. And, being down a couple of goals there and then fighting our way back in the third, it showed a good sign of resiliency for the team.
Next up, they welcome Connor McDavid and the Oilers to TD Garden for the only time this season. The Bruins and Edmonton coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pastrnak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick. And the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand and a save, Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque. David Pastrnak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beard.
Coming to you from TD Garden, the Bruins and the Edmonton Oilers getting ready to hit the ice for their second and final meeting on the year. Joe Sacco a moment ago told us it was one of their better performances of the season for the Bruins in that overtime loss in Edmonton. How did they get over the hump against the Oilers tonight?
Yeah, most of the game was where they wanted it to be. It's not going to take much for the Edmonton Oilers and some of their star players to break out, and that's what happened. First goal was a little iffy one, right? It was a little bit of a turnover, went off of a skate. It went right to Hyman, and I think it surprised Swayman. And then the second one's just a world-class goal by Connor McDavid. The third one in overtime. So it's, they like the way that they played in Edmonton. You got the ability to have the last line change here, but it's about the layers coming up the ice and making McDavid come through all those. It's not the only thing. It's not the only key to winning a game here against this Edmonton team. You say limit them, take away his time and space, make him come through guys in order to get there, but sometimes that's easier said than done.
Certainly is. The keys to the game are brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. We'll have the opening face-off between the Bruins and the Oilers coming up next here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Dr. Larson was in a car accident.
Tonight,
she can't remember the last 8 years.
the premiere of Fox's next big medical drama, Doc.
Babe, what's wrong?
We got divorced.
What?
Her past is a mystery.
I need to know what happened. A lot happened, Mom.
But her purpose is clear.
I don't know what I did or who I am now, but I will be a doctor again.
Inspired by a life-changing true story, Doc. Series premiere tonight on Fox.
Hey, it's O. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time. Hey, it's Zoe, and Oakers Technologies has a long history of helping businesses stay future-ready as their single-source IT partner, providing everything from full IT infrastructure to everyday AV needs. And they're hyper-focused on managed IT services that feel easy and simple from a single point of contact. Their ProCare support team are the people behind the technology that makes sure that you have a custom approach to the support and resources you need to keep your business future-ready with Oakers Technologies, proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Bruins getting ready to wrap up their quick 2-game homestand against the Edmonton Oilers here tonight. Before we get to our opening face-off, let's go down and get both the Canadian and American national anthems from Todd Angeli.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Todd Angeli with the national anthems as we get set for the opening face-off between the Oilers and the Bruins. In goal for Edmonton is Stuart Skinner. On defense, the pairing of Darnell Nurse and Brett Kulak. And up front, Leon Draisaitl centering for Victor Arvidsson and Vasily Podkolzin. For the Bruins, it'll be Jeremy Swayman in net. On defense, Parker Witherspoon, Charlie McAvoy. And up front, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
First 5 minutes of tonight's game are presented by your New England Ford dealers, and tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Caitlin Cordero of Nashua, New Hampshire. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Caitlin wins a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the home black and gold uniforms. Oilers in the white helmets and sweaters with blue numbers and blue pants and some orange trim. Oilers control the puck first and get it deep into Boston territory, which is down to our left. Witherspoon tried to play it out of the far corner. Kick back toward him He's in a battle with Podkolzin along the end wall. Puck will be brought out in front of the net, and here's Pastrnak along the near right wing side, sending out into the neutral ice, putting pressure on, coming into the attack zone. Geekie throws one to the net and forces Skinner to make his first save of the night. From behind the net, Sacco trying to get it back out in front. Geekie's got it along the near sideboards, brings it to the hash marks, sends it back to the far point for Wotherspoon, back into the middle for Pastrnak, but he got spun around and lost the puck out of the zone. As Draisaitl brings it forward, a shot wide of the net by Darnell Nurse, and the Bruins will break it back out.
4-man attack, 4 against 3 that time for Edmonton coming up the ice.
Geekie trying to find some open space as he got to the Edmonton line. He'll head off as part of a change here, just over a minute into this first period. Oilers with control of the puck from their own zone. Matthias Ekholm high up into the air, comes bouncing down to Connor Brown. Got it into the Bruins zone. Here's McDavid out of the right wing corner, goes right to the front of the net, but couldn't get a shot. On the near side circle, McDavid has it back. Heels it back for Ekholm at the point. It gets past him and back down into Edmonton zone.
Similar spot to where he scored the goal in Edmonton, just in terms of coming from the right side and then coming strong to the front of the net. Time it was a bouncing puck for Zadorov, but McDavid was able to corral it and bring that puck just missing to the far side.
Ekholm passed one through the neutral ice, but didn't hit anyone, and that's going to be an icing against Edmonton here in the early going.
Got a pretty good opportunity right away, though. I mean, he just uses that speed, and he's not afraid to bring it right to the front of the net. That's exactly what he does. Talking about Connor McDavid.
And the Bruins will get an attack zone face-off as the Jumbotron recognizes Chris Rooney, one of tonight's referees, the South Boston native, officiating his 1500th game this evening.
Now, when they have those milestones, they give them their choice of who they want to work with and have in there with them. Wes McCauley, the other guy, calling the penalties here today. Obviously, New England guy as well.
Yeah, they give those guys, in addition to giving them their choice of assignment, they generally get to work at home for those as well, or close to it. So congratulations to Chris Rooney as Frederick tried to play it in front of the Bruins net. Pressure put on by Jeff Skinner. And the Oilers able to win that puck back around the near side boards. It is Brazo who lift up into the air and out. Nurse chopped it back toward the Bruin blue line. And Adam Henrique brings back in across the line. Gave it up, got it right back, sends it back into the middle, and Josh Brown uncorks a shot. Swayman made the save. Wasn't sure he had it, but he did.
That's Adam Henrique maneuvering his way through the left wing circle. The Bruins get caught fishing a little bit here. Brazo was back playing defense, so you had a couple of bodies go right at Henrique, or Skinner, excuse me, and then Henrique centers this puck for Brown coming down the slot.
Josh Brown playing in just his 4th game with Edmonton this year. Was for a short time a Bruin back earlier in his career. Wotherspoon goes behind the net and pushes it up the far side. Beecher coming out into the neutral zone, got run off it by Perry. And the Oilers have possession. We've got 2:40 gone by here in the first period. Up comes into the Bruins zone. Perry gets to it in the far corner. Wotherspoon takes away, but his pass hit Kepke in the skate. Kept in the zone. Red Kulak will play it back into the near side corner. Kastelik feeds it out toward the blue line, but that's kept in by Emberson. To the back of the net. Kapanen played it to the far circle. Kastelik bumps Perry away from it. McAvoy will lift it up off the glass near side, and it gets out past Kulak. Beecher sweeps it through the neutral zone, but turned right over to Podkolzin.
Yeah, you look at these first few minutes of this game, Edmonton's had some good looks. 2 of them by defensemen coming late. We're open down the slot. You had McDavid bring the puck strong to the net. The Bruins a little sloppy trying to exit the zone last shift.
Kulak chased in the Edmonton zone by Pavel Zacha. Now Ekholm will bring it through the neutral ice. Left wing pass for Podkolzin. Takes a shot. Stick saved by Swayman. In the near corner, it's played back off the wall for Ekholm at the near point. Off the far boards now, and it'll go behind the net. Podkolzin trying to find the handle. Backhands it to Ekholm again along the near side point. Pushed it toward Draisaitl. His pass picked off by Carlo, who feathers it out of the zone, but that's going to go just wide of Skinner and be an icing against the Bruins, despite Pastrnak getting there to play it first. Crowd not happy with that whistle.
The linesmen are going to confer. So the linesman that's making the call, he's blocked out. He can't see this if it hits in on Skinner or if it hits the side of the net. I think it went possibly off the side of the net, but taking a closer look, the linesman can't see. He's blocked out from that far side. The referee can help him on that. And we're going to see, they're going to bring the faceoff back to center ice. They're not sure. Bruins got roasted on that a few years ago at the Mullet. I don't know if you remember that game or not.
I do.
It was an icing that they unfortunately botched, and Arizona scored a goal, and they ended up winning the game. I think it was a game-winning goal, to be honest with you.
I think you're right. I think it ended up being the game-winning goal in that one. As here is Nugent Hopkins in the neutral ice, lifting it into the Boston zone, glove down by McAvoy.
The first time that Mullet was eventful. The big brawl down to the right of
brawl
us.
in the stands, right?
There was that play.
McAvoy throws one in front here.
Just the fact it was the first game there for the Bruins.
Short-lived Mullet Arena, at least in the NHL, that goes on at Arizona State University. Wotherspoon inside the Bruins zone. Boyle tried to play it back toward the far circle. McDavid took that away, walked right to the front, but then lost the puck. Ekholm with a shot. That hit a body and goes off toward the far side. McDavid's got it back along the blue line now. Gives to Bouchard. Played it back over to Ekholm. Skates it down the right wing circle, trying to get around Charlie Coyle. On the end boards, reversed it back toward McDavid. And then he lost it. And a battle with Lindholm, forced out of the zone.
Yeah, he had a lane to the net that time and just lost it on the stick handle.
Nugent Hopkins bumped along the near boards by Frederick. Here's Hyman from the left wing circle. Goes around McAvoy. Centering pass for Nugent Hopkins. Hit a skate. Frederick's got it. And starts the Bruins out of the zone. Gains the red line. Dumps it in. Boston changes behind the play here as Frederick gets into the forecheck. Skinner, the goaltender, plays it around the far side.
Skinner had to wait to see if that puck was going to make it to the trapezoid.
Frederick got knocked down at the back of the net, still able to shovel it toward the near post, and now the puck is frozen up against the back of the net. Finally pulled free. Oilers have it. Play it up the middle. Lori there to keep it alive. Oliver Wahlstrom will spin it back toward the back of the net. Frederick trying to get it to Brazo in front. Taken away. Loose puck in the slot, and it'll be cleared away by Nurse. Andrew Peak back for it here for the Bruins. Frederick's pass to Brazo, gloves it down, and now sends it around behind Skinner, who gets a little contact from Wahlstrom. Wahlstrom stumbled into the far corner.
Wahlstrom's trying to get in between the net and Skinner. Skinner went out to play it.
Brought into the Bruins zone by Kulak, who gets buried on an open ice hit by Kastelik. Corey Perry going to bring it back into the Bruins zone here for the Oilers. Backhands around behind the net. 6:20 gone by in this first period, no score. Kulak throws one in front. Kicked off into the far corner. Henrique able to slip away from a Kastelik check. Back of the net, Perry sends one out in front. Henrique shoots and scores. The Oilers putting all sorts of pressure on the Bruins early, and they get one just over 6.5 minutes in.
Yeah, Henrique's going to bury this shot, but this is coverage right now for the Bruins. You know, you mentioned Henrique. After the big hit by Kastelik, now he goes over towards the boards. Henrique slides away from him and then gets back towards the slot area, the low slot in between the hash marks, and he's going to get this pass from down low. And he's going to make no mistake about it. That's Perry right behind the net, able to find Henrique in between 5 black jerseys.
So it's 6:33. Henrique gets his 4th of the season.
Meaning they're there, but they're not there. I mean, you got 5 jerseys all within the hash marks down to the net.
Yeah, wasn't a lack of bodies there. So the Oilers out to the early 1-0 lead. Puck comes into the Bruins zone. Zadorov will retrieve it around the near boards and out of the zone it comes. Zacha can't find the handle. Nurse brings right back in here for the Oilers. Nurse floats it into the right wing corner for Kapanen. On the near side circle, Zacha takeaway, but then lost it right back to Janmark. Here's Perry with a shot. That one blocked by Zadorov, and Pastrnak leaves the puck out of the zone. Zacha gives back to Pastrnak as they come into the Edmonton end. He takes a long shot. That one goes wide. Picked up by Geekie. Nice play to retrieve that puck off the wall for Wotherspoon at the left point. He shot it wide of the far side post. It'll come back toward McAvoy at the near side. High slot, Geekie, a turnaround shot blocked by Janmark, and that one kicks out of the zone. 12:25 left here in the first period. As the puck is volleyed back toward the Bruins end, Draisaitl will get there first. And they get set up here for Bouchard at the right point. His shot kicked right on to Draisaitl with the bottom of the far circle, but a turnover. The Bruins move it forward. Marchand chips it around Bouchard and tries to get in after it. Boyle gets in on the forecheck in behind the Edmonton net. Puck comes around the near wall and out. Peak will skate back onto it here for the Bruins. Gives to Lohrei coming out of the zone. Dumps in from the red line into the far corner and angled off the boards right toward the side of the net. Skinner poked it away. Now Wahlstrom coming behind the Edmonton net with a puck. Reversed it behind for Brazo. Skating away from Kulak. Now Frederick off the cycle goes into the far side circle. Gives to Wahlstrom coming out of the corner. His shot turned aside by Skinner. Wahlstrom's got it back from the near circle. A shot to the short side, and Skinner held against the near post. Peak coming down to the hash marks to keep that puck alive. Frederick tried to get it back to him. Podkolzin took away. Draisaitl will get it to the red line and send it in as the Oilers get a change.
Strong shift down below the tops of the circles by that Frederick line. And you had two opportunities there for Wahlstrom with the help of Brazo. A good cycle shift.
Nugent Hopkins played to center ice for Brown. Bounced away from him. Bruins regain. And in Carlo.
The far side there, you get Zadorov jumping up into the play. There's a nice lane. Pastrnak pointing that direction.
Zadorov had to hustle back as McDavid was headed down that far side, but he broke up the pass. Here's Geekie getting it to Zacha. Zacha in front for Pastrnak. The shot blocked right on the doorstep. Puck goes bouncing across toward the far side, and Bouchard will play it to McDavid coming to the Boston line. Somehow able to get that puck back onto his stick and gets the shot in on Swayman, who squeezes it and draws the whistle. We've got 10:28 to go here in the first period. It's the Oilers out to a 1-0 lead here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your year with an award-winning SUV or get winter ready with a Ford F-Series. Oilers out to a 1-0 lead. 10:28 to go here in the first. Adam Henrique from Corey Perry and Brett Kulak at 6:33. The first goal scorer of the night. Got a defensive zone faceoff coming up for the Bruins. Shots in the early going are 4-2 in favor of the Oilers, but they have had better run of play here down in the Bruins zone.
Yeah, it was a little lopsided, and now it's started to at least close a little bit. Yeah, Pastrnak had a really good chance. He had Sacco with a good opportunity down there. He had Wahlstrom had 2 on that shift.
Off the face-off, Hyman controls along the near boards. Takes a shoulder from Kastelik, trying to stay with that puck. Jeff Skinner in there as well for the Oilers. As Hyman brings it toward the front of the net, and it's knocked off into the far corner. He'll get it back in behind the net, Jeff Skinner. Sizing up his options. Kastelik comes to challenge him. Gets a piece of that puck, but it gets to Hyman along the far circle. Back down low for Skinner at the back of the net. Centering pass. Henrique was tied up. Bruins will break out. Kastelik coming up the far left wing side. Takes the hit to move the puck toward Koepke. And then the return is knocked away from him. Skinner back through neutral ice. On the near side boards, Hyman gave to Henrique at the hash marks. Played it back to Ekholm at the point. Over to the far side for Bouchard. His centering effort blocked by Coyle. And Coyle will now chase a Beecher pass deep into the Edmonton zone. Off the side of the net, poked loose by Coyle. Lindholm keeps it free toward the back of the net, but Bouchard gets there first. Marchand forced to turn over, and Coyle's shot goes up over the net. McAvoy back along the near side. Right in front, Marchand digging for it as Skinner tries to find it. It'll come to Coyle instead along the near side circle. McAvoy at the right point. Into the middle of the blue line for Wotherspoon. Played down into the right wing corner. Marchand had it briefly on the hash marks near side. It'll go back around to the far side, and Bouchard played it out. Tipped up into the air and out of the zone. Marchand sends it back in, but Coyle would have been offside, so they go for a change here. Oilers control. 8:45 left here in the first period. Edmonton out to a 1-0 lead. Puck comes bouncing towards Swayman. Carlo picks it up before it gets there. Pastrnak along the near boards will pivot back a little deeper into his own zone. Pass off the leg of Zadorov. Pastrnak retrieves it himself. Now Carlo will play it up the right side, and Sacco brings forward. Sacco down that right wing circle. Around behind the net. Zadorov waits for it along the far wall. Played it back to Sacco. Brings it back to Zadorov, center of the blue line. Little miscommunication there. They turn it over, but regain out in the neutral ice. Pastrnak pass along the far side. Sacco goes across ice. Geekie kicked it onto his stick, threw it to the net. It hit a leg, and Skinner diving, but it hit the post along the near side. Geekie from just inside the red line. Backhands a short hopper in on Skinner. He'll leave it behind the net.
Yeah, a little bit of traction in his last few shifts. That's a good opportunity to look from the right wing side, trying to get that pass across the front of the goal mouth. Right off a skate and into the glove hand side post of Skinner.
Dump in by the Oilers, but from shy of the red line, and that'll be an icing here with 7:38 to go in the first.
Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trade, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Edmonton Oilers, Stuart Skinner, and for the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman.
Skinner stopped 24 out of 26 in getting the win over the Bruins back on December 19th. Swayman took the overtime loss in that one, stopping 23 out of 26. Both of these goaltenders playing very well of late. Swayman, despite a 2-3 record in his last 5 starts, a 1.84 goals against and a 917 save percentage, if I can get that out. Skinner's 4-0-1, also with a goals against under 2 in his last 5 starts and a 924 save percentage in that span. Puck in the Bruins attack zone as Brazo gets it to Frederick. Tried to get it in front. It hit the outside of the net. Skinner squeezed against that far post. Wallstrom got it back to the far point man, Wotherspoon. He throws one in front, and that one ends up in the near corner. Nugent Hopkins will drop it back as he got bumped by Wallstrom. Played out into the neutral ice. And chopped forward toward Nugent Hopkins. McDavid offside on this play. That'll give the Bruins a chance at a free clear here. Wotherspoon sending it up the left wing side for Marchand. Marchand pivots along the circle far side. Sends to the back of the net. Coyle battling for possession as he goes into the near corner. Able to win it. Back to peek of the point. His shot goes high and wide as Lindholm floated through the front looking for the redirect. Marchand takes away one from Ekholm along the far side. Back toward the point. Shot by Lohrei. Knocked down in front. Coyle fired that one, and that one with Skinner scrambling, again denied. Angled back into the Bruins zone. McDavid was in behind the defense, so forced Swayman to play that puck, and then Perry gets a shot from the left circle. Swayman hangs on to it to draw a whistle. 6:13 to go here in the first period. It's the Oilers 1 and the Bruins nothing here at TD Garden on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
6:13 to go here in the first period. Bruins down 1-0 to the Oilers. Edmonton playing the second game of a 4-game road trip that crisscrosses North America. They started in Seattle, they come here, they go to Pittsburgh, and then Chicago on the way home. Bruins get ready to head on a 2-game Florida road trip, and won't that feel nice to get down into the warm weather after today?
That's why the Eastern Conference teams never, or shouldn't ever complain about travel.
Face-off win. A 4-game road trip hits 3 time zones. As the puck comes to center ice, it'll be dumped in deep here by Kulak. Wrapped behind the net to Carlo. Popped off the boards to Kastelik, got it to the blue line, and now forces it through Kapanen and up ice. Bouchard will get back to play it for the Oilers. Trying to get it back to Kulak in the near corner, nearly cut off by Beecher. Oilers break out. Bouchard swats it ahead from the red line. Swayman stops it at the back of the Bruins net, holds it for a moment, then deals it toward Kastelik, who got tangled up for a second, but the Bruins break out. As they come up ice, here's Zadorov jumping up, goes all the way down the right wing circle, crashes into Skinner as he goes to the net. Skinner's mask goes flying. He is down, as is Zadorov. Zadorov already arguing what he assumes is a penalty coming up.
Janmark got shaken up back down the other end, so Edmonton was one man short that collision. Zadorov just saying that he got pushed into Skinner as he's trying to bring the puck strong to the front of the net from the right wing side. He's a left shot. He's going to bring it strong there to the top of the blue. Did Skinner initiate, or did he get pushed, or did Zadorov just go in there on his own?
Skinner on all fours being attended to by the Oilers trainer right now. So we got to look at the replay.
Yeah, Kulak was there, but I think they got this right. There's a minor push, but no, he runs Skinner over in the crease. There wasn't a huge push from Kulak. Kulak's got one hand on his stick. There's a little push with the free hand, but not
enough to
there.
move a guy the size of Zadorov.
We're going to see what they call here.
Here is Chris Rooney.
91 Boston, minor penalty, 2 minutes goaltender interference.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Edmonton do it already 2 or 3 times, actually, where they brought the puck strong to the front of the net. Twice by McDavid.
Skinner.
Yeah, the fans are seeing a little push from Kulak. At an angle at it right now with that free hand. I mean, I think that's one that can kind of go either way, but I see why they called that. It wasn't a huge push, but when you're in that position, trying to get to the front of the net, just that little push throws you a little off balance, or can throw you a little off balance, and then you're out of control as you go right into Skinner. Now, Zadorov still complaining about the push, but.
So the Bruins will go shorthanded here with 5:25 to go.
You got to see if they're going to call the concussion protocol here. They might, for Skinner to come out of the game.
Yeah, it looks like Calvin Pickard is putting on his mask over on the bench right now for the Oilers.
And then Pickard would be entitled to a warm-up.
Right, because it's a concussion protocol for a goaltender, potential goaltender injury here. Yeah, so Skinner is going to go off, and Pickard will come on.
If they want to warm him up, because they got a power play right now. They're not even going to warm him up.
So power play on for the Oilers. They are 12th in the league on the man advantage this year at 23.5%. Bruins penalty killers 7 for 8 in their last 5 games. Here's Nugent Hopkins from the left circle. Shot one wide of the net. Ricochets around to the far side for McDavid. He sent it back for Draisaitl. Draisaitl hit in the corner, but got it to McDavid along the far side circle. Bouchard walks it along the blue line. Back to McDavid, top of the right circle, in front for Draisaitl, redirected wide. On the near side circle, puck poked free in a diving effort by McAvoy, gets it out. 30 seconds into the Zadorov penalty. Bouchard will leave it back at his own blue line. Here's McDavid flying through neutral ice. Cuts to the right wing side, stops with the puck, hands it off for Draisaitl. Draisaitl waits along the far side of the circle. Down low to McDavid. Brings it back toward the face-off dot. Gives back to Draisaitl. One touched it along for Bouchard, a shot. And the save made. Hyman along the near side post was trying to get to that puck, and he was held off it by Peak. Bruins get the clear.
Yeah, Bouchard can bring. That's just a wrist shot by him, though. When he hammers that one-timer coming in on it, he can bring it.
Nugent Hopkins gets it from McDavid. Banks it off the boards near side of Bouchard. Now down low again. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. McDavid to the back of the net. Draisaitl with the right circle. Hands back to McDavid. He skates it toward the far dot. Trying to center. McAvoy took that away and again cleared. 30 seconds left on the Edmonton power play. And they will change up the unit. Nurse dealt over to Ekholm. He'll get it deep. Swayman reversed it back to the far corner. Wotherspoon trying to shoot it out of the zone. Instead, it'll kick back behind the net. Peak coming toward the near side. Lifts it up into the air. Skinner touched it with a high stick on its way out of the zone, and that'll draw a whistle with 9 seconds to go on the man advantage.
Good kill. He only had that one wrist shot there by Bouchard. And with Hyman's hanging around the front of the net, he's always dangerous hanging around the front of the net. The last time these two teams played, he was on a heater, right?
Yeah.
And he scored in that game. Puck was finding him. Bouchard tried to go high to the short side, and Peak trying to tie up Hyman. That puck was right on the right pad of Swayman. Swayman wasn't sure where it was, but it was on his right pad.
Off the face-off. Nurse gets it deep into Boston territory. In the far corner, Arvidsson on the end boards. Peak got it onto his stick. Out of the box comes Zadorov. Oilers trying to take advantage here right after the power play ended. Centering pass taken away by Geekie. Around the near boards it comes. Nurse keeps it alive. On the near side, Jeff Skinner to Arvidsson. Back to Nurse for a drive. Knocked down in front. Skinner has it back along the near side corner. Goes around the back of the net to the far circle. From the top of the circle, got the shot through. Stick saved by Swayman along the near boards. Nurse and Geekie battle for possession. Skinner backhands one in front. Henrique turnaround shot was blocked. Arvidsson off the near boards back to Nurse. 2:45 to go here in the first period. That shot angled wide of Swayman. Lohrei plays it to Pastrnak, and he drops it back here off the end boards for Pete.
Good follow-up shift by Edmonton, right? Not a ton going on the power play, but then they follow it up 5-on-5 after the Bruins get back to full strength.
Lohrei from the red line will get it into the zone. Pickard, fresh into the game, shoots it around the near wall. Puck in the neutral ice. McAvoy, pass for Wahlstrom, didn't connect. Pasternak's got it, though, and he drops it back to Wotherspoon inside the Boston end. McAvoy will play it up the middle. Frederick, one touched it along, trying to find Wahlstrom along the right wing side. That was broken up. Wahlstrom with a puck in the near corner toward the back of the net. Frederick gets in there, able to win that puck back. McAvoy got it from Wotherspoon. Centering one for Wahlstrom out of the blue line. He got spun around, and here's Draisaitl headed the other way in a hurry. Pulls up inside the Boston zone. Bouchard the trailer with a shot. Save made, and the rebound swept around behind the net.
And the defenseman coming late.
Cleared out by Wotherspoon. Controlled by Ekholm here for the Oilers. Minute 40 to go in the period. Draisaitl's pass in the near circle broken up. Came to Hyman in between the circles. He gets shoved aside by Frederick, but threw that puck to the net. Now Draisaitl from the left circle. Shot, save made. Kicked out by Swayman. Marchand got it to the blue line, but not out. Into the far corner. Wotherspoon up against Hyman. Frederick digs in to win that puck out of the pile, and the others went ahead toward the blue line. Marchand couldn't get it moving up ice. Here's Janmark down the left wing circle, and Wotherspoon denies a centering pass. A lob back out into the neutral ice. Kulak trying to pivot away from Marchand. Plays it on to Janmark. Pass into the middle off the skate of Lindholm. The Bruins get it back out. 53 seconds to go in the period. The Oilers will dump it right back in. Peak circles around behind Swayman. Brings up toward the red line. Drives one in. Pickard couldn't slow it up behind the net. Reversed back toward the near side. Kulak will skate away from Charlie Coyle toward that far circle. Angles one up the ice. Trying to spring Kapanen. Zadorov able to stay with him. Lindholm in the far corner as well. Along the near side, it'll come to Nurse. His centering pass tipped by Pastrnak, who chases it toward the far wall and wins it away from Kapanen. Geekie walks his way up toward the Edmonton line. Lefted pass over toward Sacco. Goes crashing into the end boards against Ekholm. Battle for possession. Puck came in the air over the back of the net toward the front here. Geekie on the near circle. Final seconds ticking off in the period. And as the Oilers clear, the siren will sound. So Edmonton with an early push, able to grab a 1-0 lead on the goal by Adam Henrique. And they have that 1-0 lead at the end of the first 20 minutes here at TD Garden. We'll be back for our first intermission coming up here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hair thinning can happen for so many reasons. Whether it's stress or hormones or anything, at Nutrafol we've learned that real change starts below the surface. Our hair growth supplements take a whole body approach and target the key root causes of hair thinning, so you can see visibly thicker, stronger hair in 3 to 6 months.
Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I couldn't lose weight. Fatigue, gas, bloating, hot flashes.
These women got life-changing symptom relief from Belvital, the comprehensive hormone health solution from Body. While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent Body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
The combination of the fitness, the food, the breathing exercises, the supplements, it's just the magic that I was missing.
My workouts have never been better.
I love the combination of the Pilates with lifting.
My body literally feels like it got younger.
This nutrition program has taught me what my body truly needs.
I'm less bloated. I have less inflammation. Now I'm equipped with how to manage the stress.
It's helping me sleep so much better.
Within a week or two of taking these supplements, I physically felt a difference.
I have transformed my body from the inside out.
Belvital is a first-of-its-kind complete program that is helping thousands of women feel good. Learn more at belvital.com.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
First intermission here at TD Garden. Edmonton has a 1-0 lead, and as part of our first intermission tonight, we're going to jump into the Wayback Machine. This season marks the 35th anniversary of these two franchises meeting in the Stanley Cup final. Oilers ended up winning the series and the Cup, but we go back and remember that series along with some of the participants, including Don Sweeney and Cam Neely.
Another empty net bid, and Willallen chopped it back in. Ray Miller with it. That will do it. The Bruins win the Wales Conference as they salute Reggie Ledlund. Oh, they really surround him.
Finally making it to the finals after, trying to get there with so many great teams. Our first year, we were first overall. And never really got anywhere. We lost to the Islanders in the second round, and then having some good teams and never really getting anywhere. And finally in 88, we finally kind of burst that bubble.
You're looking at a superb hockey machine. To a man. They've done their job very, very well. Bruins in. Ladies and gentlemen, from coast to coast, the 1988 Stanley Cup champions, the Edmonton Oilers have won it again.
Well, 88, I think, it was the first time we got to the finals in a lot of years here in Boston, and the first time for a lot of us on the team. So I think it was one of those where you get to the finals, you're like, oh, my God, we're here. 90, I think we all looked at it a little differently. Like, okay, we're here. We've been here before, but we didn't accomplish what we wanted to. And you look back on 88 and say, okay, instead of just being, oh, my God, we're here, it's like, oh, we're here to win. 90, I felt we had a better chance of winning that series. In 88, we had the triple overtime game where it didn't go our way, and that kind of set it up for the rest of the series, really. I mean, we just couldn't regroup from that. We had a really good game. We probably should have won. But it just, Edmonton was such a strong organization back then. Even though they lost Gretzky after 88, they still had a pretty tough lineup. But I thought we were better suited to beat them that series than in 88.
Wesley to Neely. Shot scores! Number 50, Cam Neely on a power play. The Bruins tie it up on Neely's 50th goal.
The pass, loose puck, and the Bruins come again. And here comes Knipschier. Goes wide to the left, leaves it for Bork. His drive, he scores! Raymond Bork's first goal of the playoffs.
It comes to Sweeney. Scores! Don Sweeney in from the blue line, and it's a power play goal for the Bruins.
Yeah, we felt we left it on the table in 90. We had a really, really good team. We were deep. I actually did not play very well in the Stanley Cup Finals. Individually, I just didn't. I struggled and didn't really recover after the triple overtime goal. Lost some confidence as a result of being on the ice in that situation. And But we had really good teams, for a lot of years. We ran into some really, really high-level opponents. Jersey Devils knocked us off. Pittsburgh knocked us off. We just couldn't get over the hump, to get another crack at it. And, that resulted in Raymond ultimately, leaving to go play in Colorado and winning his Stanley Cup there. So I think as a manager now and going back and living through some of those situations, you do try and recognize things, that you might be able to do as a manager that you weren't able to do as a player, and vice versa, to have a little perspective about when your team may be able to take a run. And last year was a good example of that, of really trying to put together a special group of players that had a great regular season, and then we just didn't get it done. I mean, there's no other way to describe it other than just failing to execute what we thought we were capable of.
2-1. The champions are the Edmonton Oilers. They have won their 5th Stanley Cup championship in 7 years. The Edmonton Oilers defeat the Boston Bruins in 5 games. They win the series 4-1 as they defeat the Bruins here at the Garden in Boston by a score of 4-1.
Some remembrances of that 1990 Stanley Cup final series between the Oilers and the Bruins. Oilers have a 1-0 lead here tonight after 1. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Sniffles and sneezes got you down? GoodRx is here to help with big savings on commonly prescribed cold and flu meds. GoodRx is free and easy to use. GoodRx is accepted at all major pharmacies like CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens. Just search your prescription, find a coupon, then show your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx is not insurance, but it works whether you have insurance or not. If you do, GoodRx may beat your copay price. Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com to save today.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NHL scoreboard right now after one period. It's Detroit 1-0 over Ottawa. The Rangers have a 3-2 lead right now over the Stars. It's Columbus 1, Penguins 0, and the Lightning have a 1-0 lead over Carolina. Just underway, no score between Philadelphia and Toronto. Some other games on the slate. Minnesota hosts St. Louis. Winnipeg, they host Nashville. Later on tonight, Anaheim hosts Calgary. And the San Jose Sharks and Golden Knights, they'll face off at 10:30 tonight. The Patriots, they'll interview Mike Vrabel on Thursday for their head coaching job. The team did finish 2 interviews today, one with Pep Hamilton, the other with Byron Leftwich. Other NFL news, the Raiders, they have fired Antonio Pierce today. The Dallas Cowboys, they've denied permission to the Chicago Bears to interview their head coach, Mike McCarthy. The Titans, they're moving on from their GM, Ron Carthon. And the Celtics finish off a road trip tonight in Denver. Nikola Jokic, he's listed as questionable. He's dealing with an illness. Derek White and Jordan Walsh, they are both out. Tip-off is at 10 p.m. And Justin Verlander and the Giants are in an agreement on a 1-year, $15 million contract. The Boston Bruins are back on Causeway next Tuesday as they face off against the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7 p.m. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat to all the action. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com for 15% off your next drive-thru oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, now open in Rainham, Reading, and in Braintree. I'm Joe Murray. Second period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT!
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Rams, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Paisley Media Group station.
Back of the net, Perry sends one out in front. Henrique shoots and scores. The Oilers putting all sorts of pressure on the Bruins early, and they get one just over 6.5 minutes in. Adam Henrique's fourth of the year, set up by Corey Perry and Brett Kulak. The only goal in that first period. Fans, TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. So as we get set to start the second period, what do you need to see more of in this second?
Stuart Skinner back in net. I was just listening to the PA announcer.
Yeah.
Sorry there, Ryan. I think Edmonton had their way in that offensive zone in the first period, and there were 3 examples where the defensemen were coming late off the rush. So the Bruins forwards getting beat back up the ice. They brought the net or puck to the net on another 3 occasions, twice by McDavid. And then, the goal was a coverage goal by Henry. Right? It's a good shift, but Perry makes that pass out in front, and you've got 5 black jerseys around him.
There's Geekie coming down into the left wing circle of the Oilers zone along the near side boards. Bruins going right to left in this second period on offense. Colson plays it into the Bruins zone now, and off the far circle, thrown to the net, kicked away by Swayman as Nurse gets the shot.
Yeah, the other side of the Bruins had a good penalty kill. They had some good jump. I don't think all the pucks that the shots that they took got to the net, but there were some decent opportunities and jump from a couple of the lines.
Only 4 shots on goal for the Bruins in that first period. Here's a 5th as puck shot on goal, forcing Skinner to make the save. He left the game with about 5.5 minutes to go in that first period after he got trucked by the Bruins. Nikita Zadorov went to the locker room for a concussion protocol, comes back to start the second.
So what happens, the league, the concussion spotter calls down, says, that he's got to go in concussion protocol. And Pickard came on for those last, whatever it was, 5 minutes.
Puck in the neutral ice here. Turned over. Nugent Hopkins will carry it to the Boston line. Drops one off for McDavid. Down the left wing circle. Right back in front. Nugent Hopkins has it taken away by Swayman. Nugent Hopkins was able to find that puck on his backhand and get the shot, but Swayman right with him to make the save.
And McDavid making this pass out in front between, again, a couple of black jerseys. There's one other player to contend with in front of the net, and Nugent Hopkins is going to pull this puck from forehand to backhand. It's almost getting away from him, so he can't really elevate this puck the way that he wants to. Can't get the leverage on it. But Swayman stays with him, moving to his left, gets the glove and pad down.
1:28 gone by here in the second period. Face off in the defensive zone for Trent Frederick of the Bruins. Kick toward the near wall, and Hyman knocked away by Lohrei. Up the left side comes Wahlstrom. Lost coming through the neutral ice. It'll be angled off the near boards, and here's Jeff Skinner just inside the Boston line. Hands off for Henrique down the right wing circle. Forced wide of the net by Brazeau. Near side, Lohrai's pass to Wahlstrom. Gets knocked down by Brown, but through the neutral ice it comes. Frederick and Brazeau will chase it in deep. Stuart Skinner out of the net to play it around the near side. Wahlstrom gets knocked down by Brown along the near boards. Hyman will start it out for the Oilers. Can't get as far as the red line, and Frederick will get it back in around behind Skinner. Darnell Nurse pivots back in behind his own net. Nurse takes his time, now starts it out. With a long pass up the left wing, it gets tipped coming through neutral ice. Swayman played it out from behind the Bruins net into the near corner. Perry picked it off the wall. Kapanen will spin it back around to that far side. Kulak waiting for it at the blue line. Lost it out across the line and then sent it back in on a delayed offside. Bruins have plenty of room to move as they come out. McAvoy will skate it ahead to the red line. Tried to float it ahead. Kastelik pushed it forward. Oilers will get it to the blue line but not out. Wotherspoon to Koepke along the near side. Swats it back toward the corner, but cut off before it got to Kastelik. And the Oilers work their way forward with Kulak sending a cross corner dump into the near corner. Wotherspoon right there to play it for Beecher. Now Koepke from the red line, softly down the left wing side. Kastelik and Kulak shoulder to shoulder. Oilers will get it to the blue line and then come back with it as Podkolzin dropped it back to Draisaitl. Up the left side, a turnover just inside the Boston zone as Carlo sent it back the other way, but Draisaitl has it here for Edmonton. 3.5 minutes gone in this second period. Podkolzin goes down the left wing side. Draisaitl back at the blue line. Gives over to Ekholm for a one-time blast, and Swayman made the save. Zacha popped it off the wall, but it comes out in front, and a backhand chance for Arvidsson turned away. Bruins get it cleared. Come right back across the blue line, but Zadorov is there for Boston. Off the near boards to Geekie, and he'll sweep it around behind the Edmonton net. Pastrnak helped to keep that puck alive. Brings it in behind the net. Deals it for Wotherspoon, cutting down the left wing side. Put it back into the back of the net, but Ekholm reversed it toward the near side and out. Back into the Boston zone. McAvoy looking over his shoulder. Played it away from Nugent Hopkins, near circle. They give it away. McDavid got it back down to Nugent Hopkins in the right wing corner. He sends it back toward the right point man. Kulak in front. Save made by Swayman. Puck brought around behind the net. McDavid sending one back into the slot. But Carlo takes away. He'll angle it up ice here for Marchand. Marchand just inside the Edmonton zone. Able to stay with that puck. And then he goes down against Kulak.
Yeah,
Crowd looking for a penalty, but no call.
Played him pretty hard there. That was a good play. Good play defensively.
Lofted back into the Boston zone. McDavid's going to get behind McAvoy here and avoid an icing.
And one of Joe Sacco's comments was last game against the Islanders, they didn't defend with their feet. They're getting outshot 19-5 right now.
Marchand from the near boards just throws a soft one toward the net. Skinner will cover that up with Frederick sniffing around the front there. 5:07 gone in this second period. Edmonton up 1-0.
Yeah, too many good opportunities here for Edmonton. You know, Ekholm with a bomb from the point. But Nugent Hopkins with a great opportunity. Arvidsson backhand in front. Swayman's made some good saves here in this second period.
18 for 19 on the night so far for Swayman. Just 25 minutes and change into this one.
Too many good looks.
Off a face-off, Wahlstrom.
You're not,
toward the near boards.
Talking about just shots from the outside. Too many good looks.
Yeah. Wahlstrom runs over Emberson behind the net, but the Oilers will play it out. That's going to go for an icing this time against Edmonton. So bring the face-off back down the other end.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Mentioned off the top of this broadcast, the Oilers have won 14 of their last 18. 14-3-1 record. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. It is the 5th time this year they've gone on a win streak of 3 games or longer. Emberson knocks one down inside the Oilers zone. He'll play it up ice for Hyman. Shadowed by Frederick as they go into the near corner. Battle for possession. It squirts free to Henrique. Frederick now able to win it back from behind the Bruins net. He takes it toward the far side circle. Gets it up the wall for Brazo to keep it moving forward. But Emberson back for Edmonton. Yes, Ekholm. Pass up through the neutral ice. Draisaitl drags it across the Bruin line, then gets bumped off of it. The Bruins go the other way. Koepke tried to slip around Emberson, but lost the puck, and back into the Bruin zone it comes, onto the stick of Mason Lohrei.
And I tried to chip that puck by Emerson. Couldn't do it. Emerson stayed right with him.
Lohrei fills it off for Kastelik right side. His shot gets blocked and goes sailing up over the glass out of play. We'll step aside here with 13:43 to go in the second period. It's the Oilers 1 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
I was struggling for the past year and a half, 2 years with trying to lose weight.
I just can't get rid of the stubborn weight in my legs and in my belly.
While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
There's nothing more frustrating than knowing that you're eating well, but it's not working.
Hormone imbalances were preventing these women from losing weight. Now there's a comprehensive plan to help.
With Belvital, I just noticed changes immediately. That stubborn scale finally moved.
In this first week, I lost 5 pounds.
Just after 1 week, I'm down 6 pounds.
and all of my bloating is gone.
I just finished the Belvital program. I have lost 15 pounds and I have never felt better.
I've noticed inches just shed every week that I go through.
I've lost 13 pounds and 16 inches from all around my body.
I feel like an entirely different person.
I don't know if I've ever felt this good.
Get hormone health for women at belvital.com. This will change everything.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Fans, signify your spot in the Bruins fandom with the new Next Century Fan Foyer Puck Package, which includes an engraved puck that will be displayed on the puck wall in Heritage Hall inside TD Garden and an engraved commemorative puck to keep as a memento. Visit bostonbruins.com/fanfoyer to purchase yours today. 13:43 to go here in the second period. Bruins trailing the Oilers 1-0. Face off in the offensive zone. It's won by McDavid. Pushed out. Collision in the neutral ice. McAvoy goes down, and they're going to get interference here against Draisaitl.
Yeah, Draisaitl's looks like he's trying to go by him. There's some contact there. I don't think McAvoy expected the contact.
So the Bruins power play will get its first opportunity of the game.
Yeah, they both expected it. They both went shoulder to shoulder. I sometimes say it shouldn't be the stronger guy who gets penalized. Had that look. Bruins haven't gotten many power plays recently. They haven't taken many penalties either, but you look at the last 5-6 games, there's been low number of penalties.
10 total opportunities in the last 6 games for the Bruins. They've gone 0 for 10. Let's see how they can do here. They went 0 for 2 the first time these two teams played. Pastrnak trying to set one up for Sacco. It's picked off and cleared all the way down ice.
Yeah, it's Nugent Hopkins with a good stick preventing that pass for Sacco.
Game on Sunday against the Islanders, there was one penalty called, and one that was called and then rescinded. Sacco taps it on to Pastrnak. Back to Sacco. His shot gets blocked.
Should have been called, but
right.
The other one was delay a game on Patrick Roy.
Pastrnak along the near side boards out near the blue line. Try to pass it back down the circle. That's taken away and cleared by Connor Brown. McAvoy from near the red line will drive it down into the left wing corner. Comes ricocheting off the boards right to Emberson, and he sends it all the way down the other end.
Nobody's going to be able to get to that puck on that dumper.
Yeah,
no Bruin is going to be able to get to that puck.
McAvoy getting it to Marchand just inside the blue line. A turnover. Kapanen nearly went the other way with it. Instead, it slapped down toward Jeremy Swayman, waiting for it to get to the trapezoid. He'll backhand it off for Geekie in the far corner. 45 to go in the man advantage. As Wahlstrom brings it through the neutral ice. Carries in across the line, but then knocked off his stick. Nurse played it out of the far corner, and he'll shoot it to the blue line. Held in there by Geekie with a glove. Lohrei gave it up and got it right back from Wahlstrom. Shot blocked off into the far corner. Lohrai's got it back center of the blue line. Wahlstrom with a left circle shot, and Skinner makes the save. Brazo reaching for the puck in the near corner. Coyle tried to push it back to the point and does for Lohrei. Wahlstrom pivots with it. 10 seconds to go in the man advantage. He gets upended along the near boards. Lohrei at the point. Sends over to Geekie far side. Brazo goes around to the back of the net. Sent it out in front, and no one can seem to find the handle on it. And now Skinner, well, no, he didn't get it covered, as the Oilers will get it out. Draisaitl's out of the box. Zadorov cuts him off coming through the neutral zone and wins that puck back. So the Bruins come up empty on their first power play of the game. Koepke goes driving in behind the net here all the way around to the right wing circle. Sends it back behind the net to Beecher. Beecher back to Zadorov at the left point. Down deep. Kastelik was there along with Koepke. Koepke tried to drag it back out in front. McDavid got a stick on it. It'll go toward the side of the net. And Skinner drops the trapper on top of it.
Yeah, so the first unit really gave them nothing, in terms of momentum. We really never got set up, never got the puck into the zone. David Pastrnak was really frustrated going to the bench there. The second unit comes out. It took them a few seconds, but then once they got some traction, took the puck to the net, controlled some puck along the walls, won some battles down low. You hope that gives a little bit of jump in momentum to, the next group that comes out, and Joe Sacco throws out the fourth line, which he normally does in those situations. That allows everybody to get back to normal because none of those three players play power play? Your normal line combinations,
Right.
I mean?
Mentioned Pastrnak.
Plus, they give you energy.
Right. They try to set up Marchand right off of the draw. Instead, the Oilers will go the other way. Mentioned Pasternak's frustration as Edmonton's going to get whistled for an icing here. Was that him slamming the door that I heard there? As they made that change, I mean, it echoed through the building.
Well, that's not the first time that's happened this season after a power play.
Bruins 31st in the league on the man advantage. 17 power play goals in 42 games this year. Now 0 for 11 in their last 7 games. Face-off win here by Lindholm. Puck comes back toward Carlo at the center of the blue line. Shot through traffic, redirected a couple of times, and Skinner just swipes it wide of the net. On the near boards, Ekholm gets crunched by Elias Lindholm, but played the puck around the far side. And here's McDavid bringing through neutral ice. Off to the left side, Draisaitl sends one back in front here for Hyman, tipped up and over the net. Zadorov will start it out of the Bruins zone. He gets bumped by Draisaitl, turned it over. McDavid coming back down the right circle, a shot, Swayman the save, and hangs on to it. Carlo reached around behind Swayman to make sure he had that puck covered.
That's where the turnover just outside the blue line, and all of a sudden McDavid has the puck on a 2-on-1 coming right back at you. Good hit by Elias Lindholm on Ekholm at the other end of the ice. Those two are going to be teammates, are they not, at the Four Nations Cup?
Are.
But yeah, Zadorov tried to make that play up into the middle and ends up being a 2-on-1 with Carlo, the defenseman, back. Bruins are getting back on the other side. They give up the shot to McDavid. Swayman stays with him with a good save.
Some news today on another Bruins Swede. Hampus Lindholm was skating here at TD Garden prior to morning skate today. Of course, we have not seen him since he blocked that shot in St. Louis back on November the 12th. It's been almost 2 full months before he could get back on the ice. Still no timeline for his return, but obviously getting closer. The near side circle. Puck will be pushed out of the zone here by Brazo. He and Wahlstrom making their way up the left wing side. Brown along the near wall for the Oilers, and Henrique there as well. Puck comes behind the net for Nurse. Pass out to the neutral ice. Perry sends it down into the left wing corner. Frederick wrapped it around the near boards. Geekie had it knocked off his stick by Emberson. We got a dust up going on in the near corner. Frederick's trying to get Perry, it looks like, to drop the gloves as the officials let the play continue up the other end, and now the linesman trying to break them up down the other end, and finally the gloves come off, and they're going to square off at center ice. And Frederick lands a couple of early rights. He's got Perry bent over, throws another one over to the top. Perry trying to wrestle him, and Frederick's helmet pops off. Frederick's still throwing right hands, and Perry finally goes down. That one was percolating for a while before they finally decided to go. And Frederick gets the crowd going here at TD Garden. 9:23 left here in the second period. It's the Oilers 1 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. with easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away, so the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
9:23 left here in the second period. Oilers have a 1-0 lead. Trent Frederick and Corey Perry to the penalty boxes after their scrap at center ice. Did you see anything that precipitated that, or is that?
It could be anything with Perry. He's usually kind of an in-your-face. He'll get under your skin. I did not expect him to drop the gloves. That's a little out of his weight class. They're going at it in the corner. Frederick gave him a couple of shots. Perry's kind of holding his stick. He likes to chirp all the time. He's really good at it. Maybe better at it when he was a little bit younger. And I thought that they were going to skate away, but Perry said he'll do it. And they got up to center ice. Frederick's going to need some repairs on his knuckles because he hit the back of Perry's helmet probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went. The Bruins get the extra 2. They did.
Well, they just put that on the board after the TV timeout here.
I'm not sure why.
So Wahlstrom in the box.
5 minutes for fighting. Boston penalty to number 11, Trent Frederick. 5 minutes for fighting and 2 minutes for roughing, being served by number 71, Oliver Wahlstrom.
Here's McDavid from the right circle with a shot. Save made by Swayman. He'll cover it at the side of the net.
Yeah, Swayman getting into it with Hyman now. Swayman made a beeline over because it was a commercial timeout after that fight. He made a beeline over to Trent Frederick and said something. I'm wondering if Perry did something in front of the net, which he's apt to do. I didn't see it if he did, but it wouldn't surprise me. That's what he does. That's why he's been in the league for so long, and he's so good at it.
39-year-old Corey Perry in his 20th NHL season.
I'm not sure why Frederick got the extra 2 there. He's pushing Perry, but Perry's got a hold of his stick.
Right.
It's not like
it wasn't.
And
like
they both agreed to go.
It wasn't like he was up in his face or anything like that either. He was, kind of pushing him in the chest.
So I'm not sure why. But
here's McAvoy coming ahead, shorthanded, floats one to Sacco in front, and Skinner makes the save. McAvoy tried to get it back toward the blue line and lost it. Nugent Hopkins ahead to McDavid on the breakaway. He scores. So it goes end to end, and the Oilers get the power play goal from Connor McDavid. It's 2-0.
You could just see that develop. When Nugent Hopkins got the puck in his own zone coming towards the blue, McDavid just took off behind everybody. And he was able to get this hard pass right up the middle of the ice, and a couple of stick handles later, and he's going to the forehand to finish that one off. But it was right after Sacco had the great chance down the other end. He was in alone. He's got just another gear.
So fast.
He's got a couple more gears.
Yeah. So 2-0 Oilers for McDavid. That's his 16th goal, 55th point of the season. And a power play goal for the Oilers. Doubles their lead. See how the Bruins can respond here. Lohrei with a shot. It gets blocked along the near circle. Kastelik has it on his stick. He'll backhand it down deep. Kepke trying to skate away from Nurse, who reaches around and gets a piece of that puck. Beecher pokes it back toward the corner, and Kepke brings behind the net with a puck on his backhand. Tried to get it out in front, taken away, and Hyman deals back through neutral ice. Jeff Skinner got it just inside the blue line, but the Bruins have it. Lohrei to Peak. Peak coming to the red line, dumps it in. We've got 8:05 to go here in the second period. Darnell Nurse scales it out into the neutral ice. Kicked by Lohrei off to the far boards, but comes right to Jeff Skinner. His long shot is grabbed by Swayman, hangs on to it for the whistle.
Fans, Video Bank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assists for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now to videobank.com/Team Bergeron.
Trent Frederick just had them open the penalty box door and grab the attention of the linesman. He's going to head across, and as you said, he's going to need some repairs on his hand. We got a video shot of that, and there's quite a bit of blood on his knuckles after that fight with Perry. Off the face-off, Zadorov will spin the puck around toward the near side corner. Zacha forced back behind the net. Zadorov has it back. They'll play it up the near boards and on to Geekie. through neutral ice. Geeky to Sacco, over across to Pastrnak. He gets held off as he tried charging down that right circle. Puck came back out in front for him, though, and Skinner makes a good save on Pastrnak point blank.
He really just kind of holds his ground there, right? He doesn't have to make an acrobatic save or anything, just in good position, holds his ground.
On the near side boards inside the Edmonton zone. A giveaway by Emberson. Geeky over to Pastrnak, right wing circle. Pulls it back away from Kulak, brings it behind the net. In the corner, the two of them continue to battle, and now Sacco and Emberson get involved as well. Puck frozen along the near corner. Popping out toward the front of the net. Connor Brown handed off for Matthias Janmark. Under 7 minutes to go here in the second. Oilers leading 2-0. Emberson steps out from behind the Oiler net. Plays out into neutral ice. Kulak tapped it on to Podkolzin. Coming in across the line with Draisaitl. Podkolzin chasing one behind the Bruins net. Now Kapanen back to Draisaitl with the far side of the net. Get it back to Kapanen. Try to get it back to the point. Picked off. Coyle will go the other way. Chipped it down the left wing boards, but he was shy of the red line. They're going to whistle the Bruins for an icing.
Yeah, what a different sequence there. First, you kind of wonder why Frederick gets the extra 2. I guess the linesman's right there. He's asking him. So maybe they deem that's instigator. Instead of giving him 2, 5, and 10, which is an instigator, they give him the extra 2 for roughing. And then the Bruins get a shorthanded break in with Sacco. Stuart Skinner with his best save of the night. And the wrong guy to have the puck on his stick behind everybody, Connor McDavid.
Face-off win here for the Oilers. Ekholm with a blast. Goes wide to the stick side of Swayman. Coyle plays it up the middle, but knocked away by Ekholm as he tried to find Marchand breaking out of the zone. Wotherspoon off the far boards. Draisaitl got a piece of that. Ekholm's got it back. And now to Bouchard. Inside the Oilers zone. Ekholm with a pass up the left side. Kapanen will tap it deep. Wotherspoon got it to Zadorov. Kastelik now breaking out, coming up the far right wing side. Goes around Kulak, right to the back of the net. Keeps it moving toward the near corner. Gets shouldered off it by Bouchard. Zadorov has it now down deep here for the Bruins. Wahlstrom pivots out from along the end boards all the way to the high slot. Takes the shot. And Skinner out near the top of his crease makes the save with Justin Brazeau right in his face. Stoppage in play, 5:38 to go here in the second period. It's the Oilers 2 and the Bruins nothing on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Felger and Naz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Fans, the Heritage Hall hunt is on now through February 8th. Visit Boston Bruins Heritage Hall and follow the clues to unlock legendary stories and iconic artifacts for a chance to win one of the 101 signed Bruins prizes available. To purchase tickets, visit bostonbruins.com/Heritage Hall. 5:38 left here in the second period. Oilers with a 2-0 lead. And the attack zone face-off. Back toward The net of Stuart Skinner has faced 12 Bruin shots in this one so far, has stopped them all. Angle back into Boston territory here. McAvoy around the boards for Wotherspoon. Right up ice through Sacco. Now Sacco on the near boards against Nugent Hopkins. Puck into the middle. Brought back toward the left wing side here by Geekie. Drags it down the left wing circle. It's away from Kulak. Puck along the wall. Hyman chopped it through Wotherspoon, and Wotherspoon able to regain as he comes back into Boston territory with 5 minutes to play in the period. Sacco deals out into the neutral zone for Pastrnak. Off to the right side. Geekie, far side circle, taken away. Arvidsson will lead it up ice. Here's McDavid on a 2-on-1. Got it across for Nurse, and Swayman makes the left pad save. Covers up the loose rebound.
Arvidsson, good quick pass there. Looked like he was going to skate an extra stride, but he zipped that puck up to McDavid, and then McDavid from the left wing, finding Darnell Nurse coming late. A little saucer pass over the blade of the stick of Zadorov, and it's a good, I mean, you got Swayman moving from right to left there to get that left pad down and on that. Frederick coming back to the penalty box right now after getting some repairs.
Darnell Nurse, 4 goals on the year, putting a goal and an assist on Friday in their win over Anaheim. Went to college with his aunt and uncle. His aunt, Roxy Nurse, was a pretty good basketball player, and she ended up marrying Donovan McNabb, who went on to play quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, NFL.
Really?
Yeah. Off the near side boards, Bouchard at the blue line.
Isn't it? I mean, his sister's a tremendous hockey player right in her own right.
Yeah. Heck of a athletic family. So we get a whistle, and Bruins get called for an icing here. 4:16 to go in this second period. And they are getting ready to release, although they'll release Corey Perry from the penalty box here in that stoppage. Trent Frederick still had an extra 2 minutes to serve, so he's back serving that on his own. Face-off will be to the right of Jeremy Swayman. Off the draw, puck is lifted out into the neutral ice. Settled by Kulak, but under pressure from Koepke. Arvidsson got it back in across the Bruins line. Zadorov along the near side circle. Up the left wing, Kastelik gets deep towards Skinner, who stops it at the back of the Oilers' net. Under 4 minutes to play here in the second period. Puck will be brought through neutral ice and across the line here by Draisaitl. Centering pass is knocked out of there by Peak, and puck will go back down into Edmonton territory. Kulak's pass on to Jeff Skinner. Not back for Emberson, and driven deep again by Kulak. Around the near boards, and Lorai got in front of Skinner. And the play it up the near boards was Coyle, but picked off. And here's a chance in front for Henrique, and they score. Turnover inside the defensive zone, and the Oilers make them pay. Henrique will get his second of the night. It's 3-0.
Yeah, similar fashion for the goals by Henrique, right? A pass from behind the net or below the goal line, and Henrique's in the middle of at least 3 black jerseys here. They try to go D to D. That didn't work out. They try to go up the boards. That didn't work out. Edmonton rotates it back down low. He's in the middle of 3 black jerseys there. Henrique is.
Puck just gets through.
When you have goals being scored and you see all 5 Bruins players in the screen.
Right.
Like, you know, you watch a replay of it, and all 5 guys are there.
So it's a 3-0 game. 3:15 to go here in the second. As the Bruins get it deep here, Josh Brown going to wrap it hard around the near boards. And Wahlstrom trying to keep in. Came out toward the red line. Brazo helps to win it back from Janmark. Lorai to Peak. And on the far boards, Perry and Peak are in a stalemate right there at the red line between the 2 benches. Puck finally comes moving. Frederick Back out after serving his 7 minutes and some repairs to his hand, and played it back into the Bruins zone. Now it'll come back his way from Lohrei, directed into the Edmonton end, but Oilers have it back. Errant pass from Bouchard, and that will turn into an Oilers icing with 2:32 left in the period.
Yeah, I mean, things, if they don't change pretty quick in terms of any momentum, I mean, it's just that Stuart Skinner, other than the breakaway chance that he stopped, he hasn't really been tested a whole lot.
No.
Swayman's made far more difficult saves than Stuart Skinner has.
We
heard more of them. Sorry.
We heard from Joe Sacco before the game tonight about, the defense here in the last couple of games. Gave up 6 goals, including 2. As here's a chance for the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins in front to McDavid, and Swayman sliding to his left to take away that backhand chance. They started to say, they gave up 6 goals. 2 of them were empty netters to Toronto, but then they give up 5 goals to the Oilers. You've given up 3 goals in 37 plus minutes here tonight against the Oilers,
and chances like Nugent Hopkins with a saucer pass to McDavid. Another good save.
I mean,
they've made by Swayman.
Swayman's playing well tonight. This could be a lot worse than 3-0 right now. Kiki backhands it into the neutral ice. Joe Sacco said, it wasn't system breakdowns or anything like that. It's just, what did he say? Not moving their feet, not defending with their feet. McAvoy deep into the Bruins zone here. Zacha will chase Nugent Hopkins into the corner and wins the puck. Got it up the far boards, but Ekholm got in front of Pastrnak. Ekholm gets it back now. Bouchard, right point, down into the circle to McDavid. His pass across. McAvoy got a skate on it. Nugent Hopkins now from the far circle. Ekholm shot blocked by Geekie, and Pasternak's got it as he brings it through neutral ice, floats it into the attack zone. Geekie knocked it out of the air, but it was taken away from him, and Connor Brown comes the other way. Turned over inside the Bruins zone. Marchand will head back the other direction from the left circle, trying to slip around Kulak, who held him at bay. Puck trickles in towards Skinner, who covers it up.
Kulak played him well there. I mean, Marchand's got options there, and he utilizes them in different ways. He's coming down the left wing. Kulak's coming across on him. He's not really, going backwards the whole time. He's coming across on an angle, and Marchand he can fake the shot and try to drag it through Kulak, which he's very good at. He can drag it through and then take the stick away, by slapping the stick away and bring the puck to the front. That's what I mean. Kulak played him really well that time.
Face-off win by the Oilers. Henrique will play it out into the neutral ice. Oilers have won close to 60% of the draws so far tonight. Arvidsson at the back of the Bruins net trying to get it out in front. Carlo on the side of the net, I think, got a piece of that. Zadorov will bring it back out through the neutral zone and dump it in. Skinner goes behind the net, able to stop it. Send it back around near side for Emberson. Marchand of the blue line kept it in, but turned over to Henrique. Draisaitl brings it forward. Arvidsson inside the Bruins zone. Send it to the back of the net. Draisaitl there. Comes shooting around the near boards back to Emberson at the right point. Down low again, Draisaitl. In the right corner. Passed it off the boards to himself. Now plays it across the ice. It handcuffs Kulak, but he's got it back. Over to Draisaitl, moving into the top of the face-off circle. A shot with a body Arvidsson in front. Swayman made the save and then covers the puck with 25.5 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, that's what Draisaitl rotates all the way out to that right point that time. Once that pass goes D to D, he's playing the part of a defenseman there, but he's got so much time and space to come down into the right wing circle for that shot. He's got a body down in front of the net. It's the one pass that beats 2 out high.
Draisaitl has not registered a point yet tonight. He has a 14-game point-scoring streak, during which he has put up 12 goals and 15 assists, 27 points in the last 14 games. Off the draw, Lohrei sent it toward the back of the net. I think when the Bruins were in Edmonton back a few weeks ago, he had something like 6 straight multi-point games at that point.
Yeah, and Hyman had picked it up offensively. He was playing on that line with Draisaitl and McDavid through the second and third periods of that game. They didn't start that way.
Bruins called for an icing here, so another face-off in the defensive zone with 18 seconds left in the period. Trent Frederick will take this one. Far circle down to our right. Janmark got it back to the point. Nurse to Skinner. Shot was forced wide of the net. Round to the near side with 8 to go in the period. Brazo backhands one to Frederick along the near wall. He will feather it up the left side for Pastrnak, trying to spring Brazo into the attack zone, but he was held off of it, and the siren sounds to end the second stanza of this one, and the Oilers go to the locker room with a 3-0 lead after 40 minutes. We'll be back to recap what we've seen so far coming up here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Sex drive? What's that?
I had been struggling with low libido.
So many things that I've tried in the past, nothing seemed to be working.
It was really impacting my marriage, and it was really, really taking a toll on me. And I thought, this is it. That lack of intimacy is just what happens after you have a kid. Nope.
While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
After doing Belvital and getting my hormones in check, my libido is like I'm in the mood.
My libido is back, which my husband's enjoying.
I feel so good since changing the way that I've been eating and doing the Pilates and the breath work.
It has just brought more intimacy back into my relationship.
It has given me myself back. It has given my husband his wife back.
My husband and I are both very, very happy.
Thank you, Belvital, for bringing me back.
Get hormone health for women at belvital.com. This will change everything.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
McAvoy tried to get it back toward the blue line and lost it. Nugent Hopkins ahead of McDavid on the breakaway. He scores. So it goes end to end, and the Oilers get the power play goal from Connor McDavid. It's 2-0. And as we return here to TD Garden for our second intermission, it is the Oilers with a 3-0 lead. Adam Henrique with the other 2 goals, bookending the Connor McDavid power play goal in that second period, as the Oilers increase what was a 1-0 lead after 1 to a 3-0 lead after 2. Back alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. And the Oilers, listen, they are a talented team offensively, certainly can give you nightmares. The Bruins, we heard from Charlie McAvoy during the pregame show today about, how he was looking forward to this challenge, but the Bruins defensively have not been able to stem the tide here against the Oilers through 2 periods.
No, and it's been done different ways here by Edmonton, right? First period, they took the puck to the net a couple of times strong. They had defensemen coming late. Brown had a chance. Nurse had a chance. You had Henrique's goal was, you're there, but you're not there. There's 5 black jerseys around him in the slot area. The first 2 guys on the goal line, they're trying to prevent the pass from getting out, or at least the strong side guy is, right? Trying to prevent Corey Perry from getting that pass out. But you have 4 others there that, aren't able to pick up Henrique or block the pass, and all of a sudden the puck's in the back of the net, just bang, bang play. It was similar in the Henrique's goal in the second period. I mean, that time you had 3 black jerseys around Henrique, but the pass gets from behind the net to him, and just quick shot over the blocker side of Swayman. Makes no mistake. So, the goal by McDavid, you had a breakaway on your own on the shorthanded chance by Sacco, and it's a good save by the blocker. But the Bruins, McDavid sensed that. As soon as that save was made, he was gone. And Nugent Hopkins found him, and hard pass, tape to tape. You're not going to catch him, and he just does the rest. It's a great move, and he ends up going to the, a couple stick handles later, and he's back on the forehand and going blocker side there past Swayman. Swayman's had to make a number of good saves here in this game. Skinner's had to make 1. Maybe a couple of those other ones that were in tight, but not really. He's just holding his ground. He doesn't have to move on them. There's no side-to-side movement. They're not creating enough offensively. Shots are 29-12 for Edmonton. Grade A chances. Just the eye test tells you that Edmonton's got a big lead in that.
Sure.
So, it's not just shots from the outside for Edmonton. They've got a couple from the point and whatever, but they're getting good opportunities. It started right at the beginning of the second period when Nugent Hopkins got that chance coming in. So it has not been good for the Bruins here today. See if they can, muster something in this third period to get one and maybe gain some life. You had Frederick drop the gloves with Perry. You hope you get a little life there. You had Kastler lay a big hit in the first period. You hope you get a little life. There was another hit later in the second period with Lindholm and Ekholm. Nothing has worked for them. Nothing has worked for them, and they've got the same expression. It seems like every time going to the bench, it's like they don't have it right now.
You were hoping too that maybe a little bit of momentum they could have gotten off of the power play chance when the second unit got. The first unit didn't get anything done in the minute plus that they were out there. The second unit started to get a little something going, but really nothing that built off of that.
No, nothing at all. And we're beating a dead horse, but it's an important horse, and they just have done. The power play has just been dismal this year. I know there's only 31st, but because the Islanders are 32nd, and the Islanders had a power play goal the other day. So the Bruins just cannot gain any traction for whatever reason. Today the first unit couldn't get in the zone cleanly. Then there was a dump in that was cross corner, and guys are standing still at the blue line. No one's going to get to it. It's going to be an easy clear for the Oilers. The angle that it came off the boards, it came right to the strong side defenseman, is right back down the ice. And just no traction. The frustration showed as they went to the bench. It's been like that all year, though.
Well,
it's been like that all year.
I asked Joe Sacco, because you mentioned during that second period that they haven't even generated a lot of power play opportunities in recent games. They've only had, 11 in the last 6 2/3 games. I asked Joe Sacco about that in our pregame conversation. Is there a way to, to start generating more of those power play opportunities? And he said, we're not controlling the puck in the offensive zone long enough and generating multiple chances. And then, you kind of force the defense's hand. And that's when a lot of times you'll get those power play opportunities.
Yeah, and you've got some games here lately that you said, well, we had a chance to win if we could just do this, and we had a chance to win if we could just do this. We're not far off. Against the Islanders, I think they were fairly fortunate. They stuck it out and they got back in the third period. But you look at the not scoring attempts, but shot attempts in that game. I mean, it was heavily lopsided towards the New York Islanders, and today's the same way for Edmonton.
Well, it's the Oilers with the 3-0 lead after 2 periods. Adam Henrique from Corey Perry and Brett Kulak at 6:33 of the first. Connor McDavid from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the power play at 11:11 of the second. And Adam Henrique again, his 5th of the year from Jeff Skinner and Zach Hyman at 16:35 of the second to make it 3-0 Edmonton. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Summer favorites, Yacht Rock Review, return to Leaderbank Pavilion for 2 shows. Catch them on Friday, August 8th, Saturday, August 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5, thesportshub.com. Sports Hub headlines.
NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. Ottawa leads Detroit 2-1. Stars and Rangers tied at 3, along with the Blue Jackets and Penguins tied at 1. It's Tampa Bay 2, Carolina 1, just after 2 periods. And at the beginning of the second period, the Flyers lead Toronto 2-1. The Wild have a 2-1 lead over St. Louis after 1 period. And the Jets out to a 3-0 lead over Nashville. Just 2 other games. Anaheim hosts Calgary, and San Jose will host the Vegas Golden Knights. Puck drops for that one at 12:30. Patriots will interview Mike Vrabel on Thursday for their head coaching role. They did interview 2 coaches today, Pep Hamilton and Byron Leftwich. The Raiders have fired Antonio Pierce, while the Dallas Cowboys denied permission to the Chicago Bears to interview their head coach, Mike McCarthy. The Titans have moved on from Ron Carthon. Celtics, they finish off their road trip tonight in Denver. Nikola Jokic listed as questionable. Derek White is out. Tip-off for that one is at 10 p.m. And Justin Verlander, he has signed a 1-year, $15 million contract with the San Francisco Giants. The latest Bruins Authentic auction is now live. Place your bids to take home a game-used 2024 playoff home jersey featuring sweaters from the 23-24 roster, including the jersey David Pastrnak scored his Game 7 overtime game-winning goal against the Maple Leafs on May 4th. Head to BruinsAuthentics.com to learn more and place your bid before the auction ends January 14th at 10 a.m. I'm Joe Murray. The third period's next on the 98.5 The Sports of Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Thumbtack presents the ins and outs of caring for your home. Out: uncertainty, self-doubt, stressing about not knowing where to start. In: plans and guides that make it easy to get home projects done. Out: word art. Sorry, live, laugh lovers. In: knowing what to do, when to do it, and who to hire. Start caring for your home with confidence. Download Thumbtack today.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings plus special financing. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub. This is a black and gold flashback.
Dishing it back to Hamilton to the right point. Walks it across the blue line. Drops it off for Krug on the right wing boards. Lucic out high. Long wrist shot. Tap score! Patrice Bergeron on the deflection. We're going to check it for a high stick.
No reaction from the referee at all. No goal call. No goal call from the referee. He just kind of put up both hands and he said, we're going to look at it. Patrice Bergeron pretty certain that this one is tipped in at a legal height.
After the review, it was determined that the puck hit the stick below the crossbar. We have a good goal.
And they have something go their way tonight. Patrice Bergeron with the overtime winner.
Our black and gold flashback tonight taking us back to this date in 2015. As you heard there, Patrice Bergeron's goal, 2:43 of overtime, survived the video review. And the Bruins beat the Penguins in Pittsburgh by the final score of 3-2. Well, as we go to the third period here tonight, Bruins have an uphill climb. They trail 3-0 to the Oilers. Shots on goal through 2 periods are 29-12 in favor of Edmonton. 14-4 Oilers in the first, 15-8 in the second. Bruins 0 for 1 on the power play so far, while the Oilers have gone 1 for 2 with the man advantage. Bruins will fly down to Tampa tomorrow, take on the Lightning on Thursday, and then a matinee against the Florida Panthers on Saturday before they come home to face the Lightning again here at TD Garden next week.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier right now for the Bruins.
No, it does not. As off the face-off, puck controlled here by Arvidsson. He'll dump it into Swayman's stick side along the near side boards. Battle for possession. Bruins defending to our left, shooting down to our right. As Podkolzin with a shot from the left circle, save made, and then he forced the puck back out in front. It came all the way back out toward Nurse at the blue line. Kulak had it roll over his stick and out into the neutral ice. Draisaitl backhands a pass along to Podkolzin. He'll float it down the left wing side. Podkolzin along the near side circle. Trying to stay with it against Geekie. Draisaitl out near the blue line. Sends it all the way across. Kulak to the right circle shot. Saves Swayman. Arvidsson took a little poke in his direction. McAvoy takes exception to that. And a little pushing and shoving at the back of Swayman's net.
They're just, it seems like, especially over the last 2 games, you know, whether it's the Islanders or this one, they're just slow to react defensively right now. The Bruins are. You know, they don't, the closing the gaps in the D zone, you know, getting there, forcing. It's just not there right now. And then the coverage in front isn't there in the low slot.
You mentioned a couple of the goals tonight, both of the Henrique goals, right? I mean, there have been guys around it, but not getting sticks to pucks. And
yeah, it's not like, okay, you know, a shot from the point and nobody's tying up sticks in front and there's a tip, and you know, it's guys just wide open in the slot.
Connor Brown working his way into the Boston zone on the far right wing side. Skates into the corner, takes a heavy hit from Zadorov. Puck came around the near boards and out into the middle comes Marchand. Elias Lindholm back to Marchand on the left side. Drags it toward the slot and takes the shot. Juggled and then covered up by Skinner.
That's the. We talked about Marchand last period when Kulak was one-on-one with him, right? That time Bouchard gets leaning with the stick. He reaches, gets himself off balance, and Marchand drags that puck by him and gets a quick shot away. Skinner, it was a hard shot, but it was a tricky shot. Bouchard, you can victimize him defensively for as good as he is offensively, but I mean, he thinks Marchand's going to go wide. Marchand just drags that puck by him.
Face off in the attack zone for Trent Frederick, minute 15 into this third period. See if the Bruins can pop one in here early. It's Peak from the blue line with a shot, hit a body in front. Brazo is down, and as he reached for that puck, slow to get up, and he's headed back toward the bench. Skinner will bring it forward here, Jeff Skinner that is, and gets it deep. Hyman in the far corner, hit by Lohrei. Frederick popped it off the wall. Skinner took it away, and then Wahlstrom came calling for him. They're shoved by Pastrnak back in the Edmonton zone. Beek will drive the puck in wide of Skinner. Out of the far corner to the back of the net. There's pivots away from a Koepke hit. Jeff Skinner will move it out into the neutral zone. Nurse backhands it deep and actually goes over the glass on the far side now to play.
Brazo's in serious pain over there on the bench. I think he must have got it in the left arm. Yeah. He's getting his stick lifted by Nurse, I believe, in front. He had that left arm tucked in his midsection as he went to the bench.
Brazo's been on a pretty good roll here. Goals in 4 of his last 7 games.
It's just a wrist shot, but if that catches you in the wrong spot, he had an issue like that last year, right, for the playoffs?
Yeah, that's right. Bruins with the puck here. Just over 2 minutes gone in this third period. Kastelik taps one in towards Skinner. He plays it around behind the net. Oilers looking to break out. Kastelik able to disrupt things coming out into the neutral zone. Turns right back into the Oilers' end. Played it around Kulak. Beecher reaching for it. Perry will deal it right back out. Janmark send it over toward the far side. Kapanen giving chase against Wotherspoon. Kastelik gets in there against Janmark as well. Puck ricochets out toward the red line. Both teams getting some changes on here. Kulak will retreat back behind the Edmonton net as Marchand started in on the forecheck. Pass off to the near side. It'll be played up the left wing. Podkolzin tapped it along to Arvidsson. Tried a long shot blocked by Zadorov into the far corner. Zadorov will play it out of there, and it gets through everyone. And it's going to go in on goal, and Skinner forced to play it. Hands off for Evan Bouchard. Draisaitl off the long pass all the way near the Boston blue line. Came across the ice with it, turned over. Carlo sent it ahead for Coyle, but missed, and that's Bruins icing here in the early going in this third period.
I said a little frustrated with himself on that pass. Either that or he thought his man was going to zig, and he zagged, and it's got their signals crossed. But he's working on that 14-game point streak.
Doesn't have one yet tonight.
I think Rantanen is the other guy in the league with a 14-gamer right now. Added to that, got it to 14 last night, I think.
That is the longest of any player this season, 14 games. Here's McDavid getting it back into the Boston zone from the left circle. Shot it just wide of the glove side. It ricochets up and out of play.
Yeah, they got the Bruins defense way back that time, and just quick right back up, instant offense with McDavid, and he's going to try to use Carlo as a screen from the left wing side. Rick try to go glove side.
Talked in that first meeting this year between these two teams about how good the Bruins were for most of that game at trying to keep McDavid to the outside.
Yeah, it started first period. That wasn't the case.
Here's Connor Brown with a shot that goes wide of the net. Nugent Hopkins trying to get it back to him at the near side circle. Tapped away. Geeky knocked down along the near wall. Nugent Hopkins pulls that puck free toward the slot. Goes back to Bouchard to the point with a shot. And the glove stopped by Swayman. Hangs on to it.
Yeah, I got a good look at that one. Even with Bouchard taking that shot, and it helps that he's not moving, right? It's not the one-timer. He's not coming into a shot that the pass is made from the strong side. Those are the bombs. He gets that puck, and it's a half wind up. Nobody rotates to the front. It's a routine glove save, even for a guy that can shoot it like that.
Evan Bouchard had career-high 18 goals and 82 points last year. It was a plus 34 for the season. Played around behind the net. Jeff Skinner trying to get it back out in front. Lohrei instead steers it ahead. Brazo right back out there. Good to see. As Wahlstrom gets it down into the left wing corner. Lohrei gives it back to him. They work it back toward the point. Peak with a shot. That one hit a body in front. Taken off the near boards by Lohrei. Backhands for Wahlstrom. Nurse got in the way, but Wahlstrom able to reach around him and get it to Brazo. In front, looking for Frederick. Hit him in the skate.
Yeah, a little too hot to handle.
Lohrei moving toward the high slot. Pass off to the left circle. Gets it right back from Peak and rolled past him and out of the zone. Bruins try to reload here quickly. Frederick along the right side. Goes in front. Peak got wiped out in front by Podkolzin. Hyman coming back toward the Bruins line, and then he gets a little crossed up with a puck, and Draisaitl winds up offside.
Yeah, that had a lot of potential right there for the Oilers coming back the other way, and for the Bruins at the other side of the ice. Mishandle out at the point. They get going the other way quickly.
Fans all throughout the season, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation donates another $100 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity for every Bruins assist. Learn more about the Feeding the Puck for Families program at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. They saw just outside the Boston line here with 15:11 to go. 3-0 Oilers have the lead. Podkolzin able to get it across the Bruins blue line. Now whips it back to the point. Kulak, center of the blue line, sends one in front. Redirected just wide. Podkolzin got it back from Arvidsson in front, and he pounds away in front of Swayman, who gets it covered up. Initial shot went wide, but the Oilers went right back to work and get a scoring chance in front.
Well, it was tipped, right? The first one was tipped by Podkolzin, and then the pass out in front, point blank, Podkolzin gets 2 or 3 whacks at it.
Nifty play by Arvidsson to get that back in front, kind of between the legs with the backhand.
He can be a good player for them if he's healthy, you know, talking when playoffs start.
Arvidsson only played 18 games last year, had back surgery. The puck around the far boards. Marchand got it loose here. Carlo banking one up the right side. Elias Lindholm will dump it deep. Then back around toward the near side circle. Draisaitl will drop it back behind the net again. Kulak. Emberson out into the neutral ice. Pass comes behind Podkolzin. Bruins will regain with Brandon Carlo. Pass off of Coyle's stick and deep. Skinner waiting at the side of the net. Puck didn't get to him. Emberson taken into the far corner by Lindholm. He's thrown a couple of heavy hits tonight as Elias. Perry coming down the left wing side, trying to slip that puck through McAvoy, but McAvoy held his body away from it. Coyle works the Bruins back into the neutral ice. McAvoy got wiped out away from the play. Kapanen with the puck on his stick now drops it back into the Oilers zone. Bouchard out of the far corner. Sends a pass across toward near side for Ekholm. Lobbed into the Bruins zone. Kicked into the near side wall by Wotherspoon. Played behind the net to McAvoy. McAvoy skating up toward his own blue line. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gives to Wotherspoon. He'll come down the middle. Left side pass to Frederick. Now Wahlstrom driving toward the side of the net. We got a penalty coming up here. Wotherspoon down in the crease.
Going to go to Ekholm.
So the Bruins will go to the power play when we come back. 13:33 to go here in the third. They trail at 3-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Oilers' Matthias Ekholm goes to the box for cross-checking, and the Bruins will go to the power play for the second time tonight, trailing 3-0, 13:33 left here in the third period. And another opportunity to see if they can jumpstart this power play unit. Lindholm, Marchand, Zacha, Pastrnak, McAvoy get it started here with a face-off in the offensive zone. It'll be Lindholm to take the draw against Henrique. Oilers control it. Nurse with a chance to clear, and he does all the way down. Caught out of the air by Swayman. From in front of the net. Gives off to McAvoy. Near circle. Pass up ice for Pastrnak through neutral zone. Trying to get it into the attack zone, and does on a second effort. Marchand got it to Lindholm. Up center blue line to McAvoy. Back to Marchand. Right circle. A rising shot. Tipped off of Skinner and up into the air. Comes bouncing back to McAvoy at the point. On to Marchand along the right wing circle. Down low to Zacha. Zacha bear hugged by Nurse along the end wall. Lindholm gets involved as well. Brown there for the Oilers. It'll come around the near boards, and McAvoy waits for it at the point. Marchand tried to one-touch it along to Zacha, picked off, and Nurse will go the other way. Short-handed here. He carries into the left wing circle. McAvoy rides him right into the crease as the puck squirts away. Pastrnak will take it the other direction. Pastrnak to Zacha. Pass back to the right. Missed everyone and came right back out of the Oilers zone. Bruins change up the power play unit with 50 seconds to go. Coyle, pass right side, denied at the blue line by Kulak. And the TD Garden crowd not impressed. Pastrnak from the red line will dump it down into the left wing corner. Brazo on his horse, gets there first, gets it back to Lohrei at the left point. He throws one just wide of the net. Comes back around near side. Geekie rockets one across ice looking for Pastrnak in the left circle. It was tipped, went off the glass. Brazo centering pass. Coyle on to Geekie. Right circle stepping in. Save made by Skinner, and then Pasternak's rebound was tipped up and over the net. Geekie back to Coyle. Lori to Pastrnak. One-timer blocked by Emberson into the far corner.
Yeah, he was looking for Brazo in front on the backdoor play was Pastrnak.
Taken from in front of the net and brought toward the near side by Janmark. Ekholm will step out of the box right into the play as it's locked up in front of the Oiler penalty box. Now McDavid with the puck on his stick will drop it back into the Oilers zone. So 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. 3-0 Oilers lead, 11:15 to go here in the third period. And McDavid brings into the neutral zone. Pass to the right side was deflected, but got to Draisaitl. He takes a heavy hit from Zadorov and stays with it. Centering pass picked off by Kastelik. Sent out of the zone. Oilers have possession. Ekholm. Kastelik put him into the boards as well. Pass in Kastelik's direction. Knocked it loose at the red line, trying to get it to Beecher. Instead, Hyman starts the Oilers forward. Kastelik chasing him along the far boards. Able to relieve him the puck. McAvoy comes behind the net, off the near wall of Koepke. Henrique sends it right back in. And Swayman stops it at the back of the net. Over to Wotherspoon out of the far corner. Long pass across the ice. Wallstrom carries to the Edmonton line, but then lost it.
Drive that puck wide and maybe take that step to the middle and drop it. You're not beating guys that normally right there.
Frederick drops back behind the net to Wotherspoon. As we come close to the midway point of this third period. It comes across the ice, out of McAvoy's reach. Arvidsson will get it back over his head and deep into Boston territory once again. Shots now 36-19 in favor of the Oilers here. Neutral ice. Brazo sends one across ice, picked up by Lindholm on the fly. Over to the left circle for Marchand coming in front. And Skinner just got a piece of it with the right pad as Marchand tried to drag it around it. Peak with a long shot, save made by Skinner. Off the far boards from Coyle back to Lori, a deflected shot. King bouncing off the rebound to Marchand, but he couldn't settle it. Lori along the near boards. Goes across ice looking for Marchand. Jump past him. He's got it back now out of the far corner. Try to get behind the net to Coyle. Picked off by Emberson. He'll work it toward the near corner. And Kulak with a chance to clear, and he does. Pete chopping it away from Kapanen near the Boston line. Bruins come right back ahead. Lindholm to Marchand. Top of the right circle. A shot kicked away again by Skinner.
Skinner doing some of his best work tonight here in this last minute. Marchand was a recipient on a couple of them. Cut right to the middle from the left wing side. Went to the backhand. And Skinner with that left toe keeping the puck out.
Arvidsson deals it back to Bouchard to the right point now for the Oilers. Off the far wall, a turnover. Lindholm will backhand it out of the zone. Glove down at center ice by Bouchard. We've got 8.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Bruins down 3. Pastrnak pivots toward the far boards. Try to play it around Arvidsson, who picked it off, and Draisaitl comes back the other direction. Draisaitl against Zadorov at the far circle. Block the centering pass. Now Arvidsson a one-time blast that goes up off the glass. Bouchard back in deep. Spun back around the near side, and Bouchard at the point again. Knocked away by Kastelik, who's trying to get off on a breakaway. Kastelik backhander from the far circle. Skinner got that with the blocker.
Kastelik scored a highlight goal last time against this team.
Yes, he did. And along the end boards here, Beecher on the forecheck, but it'll be played toward the near side and out toward the neutral zone by Nurse. Bruins able to get it back here with 7:40 to play. Zadorov sends a head man pass along for Frederick. Got it into the Edmonton zone. Now Brazo putting pressure on Connor Brown. Forced him back along the near boards right into Frederick. Frederick and Brazo help to get that puck loose, but it'll come through the slot untouched onto the far side, and Josh Brown clears it. Frederick will try again from the red line. Dumps it into the left wing corner. Wallstrom getting in after it. Brown able to get it away from him. Now here's McDavid back with speed, but McAvoy wins that puck back just inside the Boston line. Turns away from Nugent Hopkins and then drops it back. Marchand works his way through neutral ice around Jeff Skinner. Left wing circle, tried to center for Coyle coming down the middle. And we got a penalty coming up here as the puck gets touched up out near the blue line.
Cross-checking to the Bruins.
Emberson got one from Coyle. So the Oilers will get a power play.
Might have been Marchand.
Was it Marchand?
63 Boston, minor penalty, cross-checking.
Indeed it was. So the Oilers go to the power play coming up next. 6:40 to go here in the third. 3-0. The Oilers lead it on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Fans, hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Brad Marchand to the penalty box. 6:40 to go here in the third period. Oilers with a 3-0 lead, and they'll have their third power play of the night. They are 1 for 2 so far. Face off in the Bruins defensive zone. Elias Lindholm taking the draw against Draisaitl. Draisaitl won it back to Bouchard for a shot. Blocker saved by Swayman. Forced it into the near corner. Carlo with a chance to clear and sends it the length of the ice. Bouchard comes out from behind the Oiler net up the right side. Here's McDavid flying into the Bruins zone. Pivots off. Hands off for Draisaitl. Moving through the high slot. Nugent Hopkins along the near side boards, shouldered by Lindholm, behind the net to Draisaitl, backhanded in front for Hyman. He tapped it back to Bouchard, and now on to McDavid. Right wing circle, again Draisaitl. Bouchard, center of the blue line, to the left side for McDavid. Center blue line again, Bouchard. Over to the right side for Draisaitl, back to Bouchard, who fires one, sticked away by Swayman. McDavid deals it back to Bouchard at the blue line again. Top of the circle. McDavid's pass through the slot. Disrupted by Sacco. Bruins get it out.
Yeah, looking over to the right wing circle for Draisaitl.
Minute to go on the power play here for Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins to Bouchard. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Top of the left circle. Try to go down low to McDavid. Disrupted by Carlo, but he got it. Nugent Hopkins again along the hash marks. Down low to McDavid. Comes in front. Floats one right through the top of the crease.
They're trying to get
Dorov cleared it. They're trying to get it, set him up for one here.
They usually are anyhow.
Yeah. He's on a 14-game point streak and hasn't extended it yet. Now a giveaway at center ice, and here's Beecher on a breakaway. Beecher goes in, and forehand shot sticked aside by Skinner. 25 seconds left on the Oilers' power play. Bouchard hands off to Nurse back in the Edmonton zone. They're changing here. Pass up through neutral ice. Henrique played it off the boards to Nurse. A little give and go here with Ekholm. Poked at by Kastelik. Wotherspoon will fire it all the way down towards Skinner. Marchand will come out of the box. Oilers 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Mentioned the Oilers are oftentimes trying to get it to him. Draisaitl, that is. He's got 7 power play goals on the year. Marchand has it knocked away inside the Oilers zone. Pastrnak able to regain possession. We get a penalty coming here against the Oilers, or no? They just sent it. It's just Swayman going to the bench here with 4:15 to go.
Fans wanted a trip there, though.
Puck will be played around the near side. So 6th attacker on for the Bruins. They'll lose it out of the zone here. And it's Corey Perry from just inside the red line, shooting one wide of the empty net. McAvoy will start the Bruins out here with under 4 minutes to play and the net empty. Floats it down into the right wing corner. Pastrnak in after it. Kulak carries it toward the far side circle. Geeky's got it back, but then lost it to Arvidsson as he tried to clear it. Knocked down by Lohrei. Kulak now coming to the near side. Will play it across ice. Here's Arvidsson into the Bruins zone. He'll shoot and score into the empty net. And with 3:35 to go, the Oilers make it 4-0. That'll be the 5th goal of the season for Victor Arvidsson.
Never really able to gain possession in that offensive zone, right? You're battling for it, but never got possession. And pretty good composure by Edmonton, knowing you've got the 3-goal lead. Draisaitl in on that point?
He was there, but I don't think he touched it. Arvidsson could have tried to feed it to him. So 4-0 Edmonton on top with 3:30 to go. Bruins will dump one in around Skinner. A lot of fans here at TD Garden have made their way for the exits. Gorov off the near boards. Frederick volleyed back out into neutral ice. Wahlstrom trying to push it forward up the right side against Nurse. Brown will throw it back out of the Edmonton zone. Zadorov banks one off the near boards. Brazo pulls it in across the Edmonton line. Tried to get it into the middle for Frederick. Knocked off a skate. Oilers come back the other direction. Backhanded deep here by Connor Brown. 2:50 to play. Peek behind the net. Skating away from Henrique as he goes toward the far side through the neutral zone for Koepke. And deep it comes. Skinner will play it out from behind the net. Henrique chips it off the far boards and out into neutral ice with under 2.5 to play. Peek from the red line. Throws it back into the Edmonton zone. Settled by Ekholm. And hard around the far boards it goes. Hyman played it back toward the near side. Henrique will dump it in. Takes a hit from Koepke. Lohrei skates back to get it for the Bruins with 2:05 left. Here's Marchand trying to spring Coyle down the middle. Puck still loose near the slot. Elias Lindholm had it knocked off his stick. Marchand on the far boards. Turns and wheels it deep for Coyle. From the back of the net toward the near corner with Emberson right on his back. Lifted up into the air. Glove down by Lohrei just onside. Comes to the near circle. Takes the shot. And a pad stop by Skinner. And then drops the glove on top of it with 1:37 left.
Good opportunity. I'm not sure what it counted. It looked
offside from
possibly
here.
offsides, yeah. And it was up in the air. He had to glove it down, but still a good chance. Cutting from that right wing circle, gets back to his forehand, and Skinner has done his best work here in the third period. He had to make one save on the breakaway by Zacha, but here in this third period, he's been good. He's made a couple good ones on Marchand, the one on Beecher.
Edmonton going to extend their winning streak here to 4 straight. Be their 15th win in their last 19 games. Will have beaten the Bruins twice in that span. Henrique taps one onto Arvidsson. Arvidsson trying to split the defenders, and 3 people go down. McAvoy, Wotherspoon, and Arvidsson all hit the deck. Puck played back out of the near corner by Henrique and out into neutral ice. Nurse to Arvidsson. Here's Podkolzin just inside the Bruins zone. Tried to play across ice, and that one was tipped and comes on to the stick of Sacco. His pass bounced away from Pastrnak. 52 seconds left. More grumbling from the crowd here at TD Garden. Wahlstrom couldn't get it into the attack zone. Jeff Skinner will bring the Oilers back. Shot it wide of Swayman off the far boards. Kapanen bounced it back toward the corner. At the blue line. They'll get it back to Skinner at the right circle, and his shot blocked off into the near corner. Final 20 seconds left. Edmonton right now showing 39 shots on goal, most allowed by the Bruins since the 42 shots they gave up in Nashville in a 4-0 loss back in October. And they'll lose this one by the same score as the clock starts to run out. Trent Frederick gets into a little dust up, but the officials will calm that down. Siren sounds, and the game is over. Oilers with a 4-0 win here at TD Garden tonight, as the Bruins have now, for the first time this year, lost 5 in a row. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Hair thinning can happen for so many reasons. Whether it's stress or hormones or anything, at Nutrafol we've learned that real change starts below the surface. Our hair growth supplements take a whole body approach and target the key root causes of hair thinning, so you can see visibly thicker, stronger hair in 3 to 6 months.
Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
Happy Monday.
For real?
Yeah, my Mondays feel a lot better since I found an amazing therapist.
Ugh, jealous. I really need to find a good therapist, but I don't know where to start.
Find and book the right therapist for you on ZocDoc. Look, the patient reviews say that Dr. Taylor is super compassionate, she's in network, and available tomorrow.
What would I do without you?
Probably look for a new job.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
This new year, I want to spend more time with my family, get healthier, and make sure my finances are in order. That includes finally securing life insurance. My friend recommended SelectQuote. They've helped more than 2 million people find coverage in the last 40 years. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month. And my husband got a $500,000 policy for only $18 a month. Plus, we qualified for same-day life insurance. No medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. With SelectQuote, even if you have a health concern, be it high blood pressure, diabetes, even heart disease. Their experienced agents can find you the right life insurance policy at the lowest price. Make life insurance the first resolution you check off your list this year.
Go to SelectQuote.com for your free quote. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Taxes was waiting around for your taxes to be done, which led to worrying about not getting any money back. Now Taxes is matching with a TurboTax expert who can do your taxes in a day to get you up to $4,000 fast with a refund advance loan. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Expert filing only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Refund advance has $0 loan fees and 0% APR. Refund advance loans may be issued by First Century Bank, N.A. or WebBank. Terms apply, subject to approval.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Back of the net, Perry sends one out in front. Henrique shoots and scores. The Oilers putting all sorts of pressure on the Bruins early, and they get one just over 6.5 minutes in. Yeah, back here at TD Garden, that was the first of 4 goals tonight for the Oilers as they win at 4-0 over the Bruins. And electrical contractors get on board the Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors can order your materials, be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning, and save time and money. Just go to gcenighttrain.com to order. Rough night all the way around here for the Bruins.
Yep. A lot of coverage issues, right? Defensively. You know, both goals that Henrique scored are there's plenty of black jerseys in the screen. You know, there's plenty of black jerseys around him, but those passes get from behind the net to Henrique, and they were almost carbon copies. You know, one from one side, one from the other, but, you know, and Henrique just bang, bang play. You know, Swayman's watching that puck to come out. Now he's got to react, and the puck's in the back of the net. You got to have that coverage in the slot. You know, McDavid gets behind everybody after the Bruins have a breakaway. That was Edmonton had a power play. It's a world-class player doing his stuff. You know, that's a tough one because you don't score at one end on a breakaway, and then he scores at the other end on a breakaway. Bruins had their best opportunities in the third, but by that time it's 3-0, and Skinner's kind of locked in. Yeah. He didn't have to do much until the third period, other than that save by Sacco. So, I mean, it's back to the drawing board. They, you know, today was can't score and can't cover. That's just not a good combination right now. And, you know, the last few games they've been able to score, but, you know, have had the trouble with coverage inside their own zone. You know, they didn't get, I mean, right off the bat, Edmonton took the puck to the net a couple times. They used their fourth guy in the rush. That was the defenseman coming up. The beating Bruins forwards back up the ice. Just too many grade A chances against, and certainly not enough, at least through 2 periods at the other end of the ice. I mean, it never really had an opportunity in this game. Never had an opportunity in this game. In the power play, you know, 0 for 2, not much going on. You know, second unit, 4/5 of the second unit was out there. Pastrnak had stayed. They had a couple of looks there, but just not much for the Bruins. Marchand had some good jump 5-on-5 in the third, but, you know, like I said, Skinner did his best work there because the Bruins didn't have much in the first 2 periods.
Yeah, it just
offensively or defensively.
It felt like they were back on their heels right from the opening drop of the puck tonight. Well, it is time for tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the game. McAvoy tried to get it back toward the blue line and lost it. Nugent-Hopkins ahead to McDavid on the breakaway. He scores. So it goes end to end, and the Oilers get the power play goal from Connor McDavid. It's 2-0. Connor McDavid's power play goal. Tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the game brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. We'll check the out-of-town scores, give you the 3 stars, and wrap things up from TD Garden next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health.